Alright, it looks like we are live, I think, here. Testing my chat channel. Looks like it's not set up. Maybe I need to... 1 second. Pop out chat. Live chat. Change that midstream to... There's... this. Oh wait, no. This. It's not working. I've been trying to test a new setting for my live stream, but we are live. Oh. Okay, so this isn't working. Well, that's a little bit unfortunate. Why won't it work? Oh. Oops. Been trying to test some new settings on my live stream, but it seems to not work. I have a new, I had a new setup that I was using for a little while here. Trying to get my text box to work. I'm actually going to flip over really quick again. I had this new layout that I was going to test for the live stream here, but it doesn't seem to be working all that well for some reason. And so I wanted to have... You know, this was a very live streamy sort of setup, but I was trying to get this text box to work in the corner, and for some reason it isn't. So I'm gonna have to work on this maybe later on and maybe see if I can get this sorted out for next time. So I might just revert back to my normal my normal live stream setup from last week and try and fix it out for next time. So I think we're going to move it back, I guess, here to this one. So that's the usual setup that we have here for the live stream. Well, while we wait for some people to show up, I am a little bit early. I think I said 11:30 Pacific. It's a couple of minutes early, so we're gonna just be playing do some auto blitzing in the meantime until more people show up, and before we get into anything too big. So congratulations on Red Skull. They did have that cheap offer available. I didn't actually buy the Red Skull offer. I probably should, but it didn't really... The shards wasn't going to make a difference for me because I already had him at 5, so having to go that much further on 6, not a huge priority for me at the moment. So we're just going to be doing some auto blitzing in the meantime. Usually takes a little while for people to realize, that they realize that the stream is actually running until people show up. Hope everyone's having a nice Saturday. Yeah, just sim it in 2 months maybe. But yeah, I really hope that they do it well. But I hope that they don't ruin it too much for everyone else in terms of rewards and future events and things like that. So I just have this strange feeling in the back of my head that they'll give it to us and then they'll do something to somehow make the game a little bit worse for us because of it. I'm almost close. I'm close to finishing this event. I need about 6,000 more Sinister Credits, I think. So that is a little bit more than what I can blitz here. And I'll have to probably do some PvP later on as well. A couple runs anyways, and hopefully I can get some wins. Hey, Epic Dorito, how's it going? Hope you're having a good Saturday. Maxed out the milestones last night. Yeah, I've not been, I don't know, I've not been really pushing it that much, even though the Electro Blitz is ongoing. I actually only need 45 shards for Electro to get 4-star. I wasn't really any close to getting 5-star or anything like that, so, yeah, I've not been blitzing as hard for this one here, so that's why I'm a little bit behind. Level 65, good job. Now we just need 5 more levels for level 70, and that's when you get to unlock Hero 7, and that's when things start getting exciting. And I have been talking to people about level 70, and actually I might do a video on it. But that's something you're going to need to consider in terms of prepping some of your teams for Heroes Chapter 7 and Villains Chapter 7 if you want to unlock Hela, who's in Villain 7-6, who's super important once you turn 70. Hopefully I don't lose to this Wave 1 Avengers team on auto. Wow, actually, maybe oh, am I gonna lose? I might lose this. Okay. I need to turn auto off. X-Force isn't... Oh, wait, maybe I'm still okay. I thought X-23 died. I think we're okay. Unless Thor whacks us in the face. It's always Domino that dies. Always. I might lose. Oh my god. X-Force. Why are you being so trash? I think I'm gonna lose. Oh god. Oh my god. Was this what even difficulty was that? That was pathetic. Tier 4 and my X-Force couldn't beat a Wave 1 Avengers. Okay, am I apparently I misjudged Wave 1 Avengers because apparently I need to run them. That was Pretty bonkers. Hi, Verm. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for showing up. Hope you're having a great Saturday. Okay. I can't believe I just lost to a Wave 1 Avengers, but X-Force seemed to be just really not so great in Blitz for some reason. And Domino is just really, yeah. Like, I remember when we heard the kit for Domino, and, you know, people were saying how bonkers it was and how crazy it was going to be for the Deadpool revive, and then almost never did it actually ever end up going off, so. Oh, yeah, it was Xperia? Isn't that a phone? Or something? Yeah, I don't remember what... It's been a while since I've actually had to level up, so I don't really quite remember what the daily average for your XP normally is. I know when you get to about level 70, I think 71 to 75 is roughly every 10 days to 2 weeks, I think, if I remember correctly. But Wave 1 Avengers are definitely underrated. I think that they do get a little bit better when it comes to war, because they Captain America does have those war buffs now. But whether or not I would really invest in them beyond a certain level, I still don't know if they're... I still don't think that they're worthy of that. But if you happen to have high red stars on them, you know, that might give you some excuse to level them. Okay, well, 1,500 every day, so 1,600, you know, that sounds pretty appropriate then. You get a 1-to-1, I guess, on your energy usage as well, right? So if you're depending on how many cores, refreshes you're doing, you know, you're going to get more XP that way as well. So I suspect that when level 80 goes live, they're going to be making a lot of money off of these energy packs and all that for people to, you know, push, to whale out and push out their levels once level 80 comes out. Yeah, you don't need level 75 for Dark Dimension 2, though. You do need it 75 for Dark Dimension 3. I think you only need level 70 to finish off Gear 13, I think. Yeah, I mean, I just can't break... I'm just not breaking up my Asgardians to put Thor with the Wave 1 Avengers. But I think it was nice for newer players, though, who maybe have some of these characters and, you know, don't have the full team of the Asgardians or whoever, or power armor and whatnot. If there's some cheap energy packs, I'll consider it. I don't normally buy offers on energy packs. They have to be a pretty cheap price for me to buy offers. I don't normally buy a lot of offers. You know, like the $3, $2, $3 offers. Those are the kind of things that I buy. But I don't normally spend like $10 plus for an offer unless it's a character. And even then, I try to limit myself to like 1 per patch. So with this new patch coming around, how it's going to work is I'm probably going to be coring for Scream, because I do have, as you guys know, I have a huge power core stash, so I'll probably use that to pull orbs for Scream. I'm probably going to skip on She-Hulk, and I'll have to decide, I guess, what I'm going to do, if I'm going to spend real money on Anti-Venom or not, who's probably going to be the more OP of the bunch, so I might, but I'm definitely probably going to skip on She-Hulk. So I won't be doing any early gameplay footage of She-Hulk. She's a war defense character anyway, so that's probably not going to happen. Yeah, Carnage is really good. Of course, we do have, you know, Scream. The Scream kit came out yesterday, so it's going to be quite something. I'm hoping for Anti-Venom to, at the very least, either be able to cleanse or be able to flip negative status effects on his team, kind of like Scientist Supreme does, but maybe something for the symbiotes like that. That would go a long way. Because the biggest thing is that they can't clear heal block, and that's the biggest thing in the way of them. That's really the only thing that's in their way, is that they heal a lot. But if they get heal blocked by like a Mordo or something like that, then it's gonna be a bit of a problem. Welcome, Mohammed, to the channel. Thanks for showing up. I hope everyone's enjoying their Saturday. Well, I don't think it's a guarantee, James, that Symbiote Spider-Man is going into Milestone Orbs. I think people want it to. I wouldn't put anything past them. It could be, do more Chapter 2 that's coming. Who knows? He is really strong. I'm hoping not, because for newer players, he will, sorry, make a really big difference in your roster. So I hope that it's a bit more player-friendly. But I wouldn't put it past them to do anything really at this point. The only reason why I don't think that Symbiote... I wouldn't say I don't think. I'm not sure if he's going to go into the Milestone Orbs because I know a lot of people have been hoarding them. Myself, I have almost 300 Milestone Orbs. So that would give me, a fairly good advantage, and some other people as well who have been hoarding Milestone Orbs. So I think they know that people have been doing that, and whether or not they're going to do that is completely another question, So while I hope that they do, I don't know if they will. And Emma Frost is returning to the Milestones. My guess is probably within the next 2 weeks, I think might be a fair estimate. But I would keep in mind with a level 80 potentially around the corner of the next patch. They haven't confirmed this. I put a pledge saying that I thought that the patch was going to be on Tuesday. I no longer think that might happen. I think it's going to be the week after, so we're looking the first week of September probably, with Tuesday, September the 6th. That's my new guess for the patch. And so if that happens, we might next Friday get some more information about ISO 8 and whether or not level 80 is coming. Because if level 80 is coming, save that gold, because you'll want to maybe combine the Emma Frost milestones with leveling your new characters. for those of us who are sitting at level 75. So I would be careful on spending too much gold with both of those things in mind if the level cap gets raised. Personally, I'm sitting at 10 million gold, and I'm going to be hoarding, not to mention any new character if I want to bring them up to tier 14. That costs, I think, about 6 to 7 million gold just to bring them from 1 to 70, or from 1 to 75. I only know one person who seems to know things in advance like that. Another content creator who, surprisingly, is the only one that really is so blatant about leaks, I guess you could say. Like none of the other content creators do it who are part of the Envoy program. So I'm really surprised that he's the only one that seems to do it. Everyone else kind of does rumors, but are very vague about it, whereas the one particular content creator is just like, here's what it is, here's what I think, they're coming, and and most of the time he's right, although some of his guesses have been pushed back. I'm not I think we all know, if we do watch enough videos, we probably know who we're talking about, but I just don't know why he's the only one that sort of does it in that way, and everyone else does it in a sort of more vague way. But I'm glad that Captain Marvel is actually coming out of the Milestone Orb and is being made farmable in quite a player-friendly fashion in Hero 6-9. It's not that difficult of a level, so I think she's a really good character, so I think that for the place that she's being put in, she's a really strong character for that. I must have missed out any videos that might have come out today from other people. I kind of rolled out of bed like an hour and a half ago, and then I was like, oh, I need to get my tea, get my food, and get ready. So I haven't watched anything else of anyone. Olma Kava, ISO 8. So if you haven't been paying too much attention, there is previous blog posts on MarvelStrikeForce.com, I believe is their website, where they talk about ISO 8. It's basically a new progression system that's going to be using ISO 8 crystal shards, I believe, or whatever they are, and it adds stats to your character. You're going to be able to apply it to your character, and it will create a new class for each character that will allow you to progress with this class and give you new abilities and like text and stuff that adds to your character. So but yeah, so ISO 8 is something that's going to be important around the corner, so I would keep your eyes out for that. I'm hoping that by next Friday that we are going to be getting some information regarding ISO 8 on the blog post, which is why I don't think the patch is going to be coming this coming Tuesday, which is what I originally thought. I can't wait for auto sim blitzing, because when I'm doing like 20 to 25 runs of blitz, it just even while I'm doing something else, it just still gets to me, you know. Yeah, Scream is going to be really good. I'm really happy that Scream is coming to the campaign event. That makes me really happy, and the thought of She-Hulk being potentially in it made me really sad. So I'm glad that that wasn't the case after all. So hopefully everyone gets an opportunity to get Scream to the 3 or 4 star level, or 5 if you happen to have a lot of cores handy and get really lucky. Unfortunately for Swarm, I was not lucky, so my orb pulls were pretty terrible with Swarm. I'm hoping that because of that I'm going to get a little bit luckier when it comes to Scream, and my drop rates are going to be a bit better. Scream basically looks like to me like an even better Minerva for the symbiotes, you know, and the fact that apparently the text says when any character dies, not any enemy, that like that could open up the possibility of using Hela as a 5th character until Anti-Venom, and if Greg dies, potentially, anyways, if the text works properly, that all the symbiotes would get speed up just for Greg dying. So I mean, that's crazy. Of course, for newer players, you know, knowing the tags, the traits, and stuff like that is quite important. Normally, if you're a late game player, you'll have most of these characters to some degree, so it doesn't usually matter when events come around. That usually there's usable characters or some sort of meta characters, at least a couple meta characters in each event. I do think the Swarm, was it the Swarm event, I think, was a bit of a strange one, because I think that was the only one where I was sort of pairing random characters together that I don't normally use, but I still made it, of course. But it was a bit of an odd one. Symbiotes for the Scream event. What was the text tag? I forgot what it was called. I have to bring up the blog again. With symbiosis, was it? I forgot what they called it. So you could make some sort of inference based on that, I guess. Trying to double multitask here. Limited trait. Metamorphosis. So, metamorphosis. Changing. You could maybe think of... I don't know. Without my roster open, I can go through it maybe and then maybe guess a few characters. Metamorphosis. Yeah, Squirrel Girl. Squirrel Girl is a newer one, but... I don't know, animal related, change, anything related to change, that's what metamorphosis means. So, Phoenix, even though Phoenix is a legendary. Yes, yeah, a Sinister 6 team, maybe. Green Goblin, he changed, at least this version of him changed. I really don't like the ultimate version of Green Goblin. I wish they just had the glider version. So I hope in the future that they bring out Hobgoblin and he's actually the glider, because I really like the glider. Let's do a quick look in the roster and see who might be on the Emma Frost, maybe Metamorphosis. I don't know, the crystals, the ice. Squirrel Girl, maybe. Swarm, maybe. Phoenix, maybe. Spider-Verse characters, probably. I would imagine that Carnage, you know, anyone with the symbiote probably will be usable, I imagine. And if that's the case, then it will probably be really, really easy. You know, if you can use Venom, Carnage, and Symbiote Spider-Man, it doesn't even matter who else you use. It would just... That's it. Regular Spider-Man? Well, maybe not. Maybe. There's going to be at least probably like 20 characters, at least, if not more, 20 to 30 characters that'll probably be usable. Groot, maybe, he's a tree. Inhumans, yeah, that's a good possibility as well, because of the Terrigen crystals and things. Ghost, that's probably Ghost Rider's probably stretching it. AIM monstrosity. I don't know, the serum that they use. I mean, there's probably going to be enough characters to choose from that it shouldn't be too big of a deal. Super Soldier Serum, I don't know if that's stretching it either. Captain America, maybe. Red Skull, I don't remember. Does Red Skull have Super Soldier Serum? I don't remember the lore on him too much. Hulk, maybe. Gamma radiation, some sort of transformation. Not that I'd really recommend you using the Hulk for a lot of things, but yeah, I don't know. Beast probably, but I don't have them leveled, so it probably shouldn't be that bad though. So I don't expect it to be that bad. All right, so we're actually gonna skip Sinister 6 here. I want to go back to them later because I want to do some higher punch ups with them. So we're going to try and get through the rest of the teams here and hopefully not lose. The only team I've lost... I can't believe I lost an X-Force match at Tier 4. That's super embarrassing, I think. Probably the Auto Sim would have done it better than me. We're probably not going to know about the new tags until the patch goes live because that's when they data mine it. Well, actually, we'll see it in the roster anyways. I was going to say, normally that obviously when a new patch goes live, there's a ton of stuff in the data mines because people are able, there's new stuff in the files and things like that that they're able to rip out. So I don't think we're actually going to see the tag in the roster until the patch goes live. So either this coming Tuesday, which I'm kind of thinking it's not at this point, it's probably going to be next Tuesday. We haven't heard about anything about Anti-Venom. Presuming that is the third character, you know, it would be really funny if they, like, nope, you know, suddenly it's someone else. But ISO 8, we haven't heard anything about that, any new updated information about ISO 8. And so I think, and Do More Chapter 2, which supposedly is coming, if it is coming next patch, then normally they're pretty good about telling us what the requirements are beforehand. So I think that we're still about a week and a half out now, unfortunately. I was really hoping for this coming Tuesday because, you know, the patch is technically done. Electro's Blitz is going to be over pretty soon tomorrow. And the Sinister event as well. So it looks like we're going to have a gap of about a week, maybe, of nothing going on, really. I don't know if there's any other events coming next week, but... You know, I thought about that, you know, about the symbiotes being a legendary requirement. Normally, in the past, they've gone with 3 characters that require farmable and 2 who are not. Now, Symbiote Spider-Man at this point, the majority of players who have done all 3 milestones are going to have at least 5 or 6 star. I have 6 star Symbiote Spider-Man. I think most regular players would have probably at least 5 if they're around for all 3 of them, which means only 2 new characters for the team. So normally they have 3 characters for a legendary team, like X-Force had 3 new characters. So it's possible, but I'm thinking not. I think it'll be the team after, whichever new team that comes out, you know, probably this winter. Because, for example, Black Bolt came out in February, and the Inhumans were being released over the winter time. So I would wager as the next major team, probably going to be the one for the next legendary character. Because when the other new Inhumans were coming out, I believe that was over Christmas time. So that would be a good wager, I think. I always have a hard time winning blitzes with defenders, apparently, because I can't beat anyone. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, there was, of course, mention of Rogue and Gambit from said content creator who got pushed back, and so I don't know what's happened to that. You know, who knows? Ant-Man, Wasp, and if there's 3 new characters, then sure. That could be a possibility. They seem to be following a pretty normal formula that you can sort of guess every now and then. And since we know legendaries are roughly every 3 to 4 months, I think May was Ebony Moss, so June, July, August, September, those are about 4 months, so that we could wager probably the next legendary being around probably January, maybe late January, something like that. Oops. Yeah, there was rumors about this quantum team, and then there was rumors about Rogue, Gambit, Spider-Gwen. So depending on who and what you're listening to, I mean, there have been rumors of apparently a Spider-Gwen / Ghost Spider legendary, and now there's also apparently a new rumor about a supposed Black Knight legendary related to the Eternals movie that apparently got pushed back, actually, because I read in the news this past week that all Marvel movies are being pushed back into 2021, which includes Black Widow, I presume, still. So all right, we're almost done Blitz here. I'm just gonna, I know people are getting a bit bored of Blitz here, so I'm actually gonna go and do my beta raid for the moment. I haven't touched any of my raids this morning. Actually, I had to launch them this morning because nobody in my alliance apparently launched it while I was sleeping. So we're gonna do the skill and tech lane, and we're gonna use Sinister 6 where possible. I didn't watch Mulan. I heard that I have Disney Plus, but you can't actually watch it because you need to pay money for it or something. Which was a disappointment. Where's my Sinister 6? I can only use 2 Sinister 6 in that lane? Oh well, okay, we'll go back to it. Baron, Zemo, Hydra Grenadier, and let's use Minerva. Where's my Minerva? I hope they don't do the same thing for Black Widow, because I think, and I don't think that's the only reason Mulan flopped. I mean, I'm not going to get into political stuff, but I do believe there was some backlash surrounding the actress in that, and some stuff going on right now in the world. But yeah, you know, sometimes I forget that I'm actually paying for Disney Plus. I've been watching a lot of Netflix these days, and I don't know, I haven't I originally picked up Disney Plus for The Mandalorian, and back, I don't know, in March or whenever it came out. And actually, when I subscribed to Disney Plus, I took that as an advantage, or as an opportunity to watch those cartoons. Some of the cartoons I actually never saw, the Marvel cartoons that I never watched, and this sort of newish Marvel Rising thing with Squirrel Girl and Miss Marvel and all that. Maybe that's why I like Squirrel Girl, because I know that a lot of people were hating on her and stuff like that. I am disappointed that the Young Avengers tag is basically that Marvel Rising TV show for the most part, and they should have just done that. But that's just me. Called it the Secret Warriors. Yeah, I mean, with the release of Beast, I suspect there's going to be like an X-Men 2.0 or some sort of secondary team, which is what Rogue and Gambit likely will be, perhaps with Beast. Maybe not. Or, you know what would be really cool is if they released Jubilee. I don't know if anyone here is reading the current Excalibur comics, but they actually have Rogue, Gambit, Jubilee, and a few other characters. Captain Britain? But I guess Captain Britain isn't a... Well, technically she's a mutant now, but the original Captain Britain isn't. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be looking into more music stuff. The problem with music on YouTube and live streaming in general is that you need to have music that's compliant, and that it's not copywritten basically, or that you need to have permission basically to use it. So you can use a lot of background music, so to speak, but not lyrical ones without getting hit by, you know, sort of red flags essentially. So I will be working on that for my live stream, so I apologize. I can always turn it down if it's annoying people. I can turn it down a little bit on the background music, so it's not as noticeable. Oh wait, I don't even have it running. Oops. I switched my my scenes on BlueStacks actually, so or on my recording program. So I didn't actually have it running, it seems. Ah, yeah, maybe that's why. Okay. I have it running now, but again, it's the same one that they're in my usual video, but I am going to work on getting some new stuff and I don't know, something to create a playlist. Like, there's still stuff I'm learning about things in general. And so if I can create a playlist, I actually do have a list of songs that are background music stuff, and if I can create it into a playlist so I can have it running while I'm doing my live streams, I still have to figure some of these things out. I didn't realize that I wasn't running my usual background music though, because I switched scenes, so now it should be on. If people don't like it though, or if want me to turn it off, then just feel free to let me know. Yeah, I will look into this NCS. I probably did come across it while I was looking for stuff, music. All favorite, I don't actually have that. Or maybe I do. Yeah, I'll look into that for next time. Yeah, I mean, who knows, right? So, are we gonna get anti-venom or agent venom? I mean, there's been no official confirmation either way, because there hasn't been anything by Scopely yet about it. So, originally people were saying agent venom to begin with. So, are we gonna get the Symbiote version, or are we gonna get Agent Venom, who is basically, what's his name? Flash Thompson, in that form, I think. Yeah, I'll give the YouTube channel a search, and maybe there's some stuff I can take off of that, or off of Spotify. So I'll look into that for next weekend. I was really busy this past week as well, so I didn't really get too much stuff out, which is why there was a lot of Sinister 6 related videos this past week. But with that sort of through now, I'll be looking into doing some more stuff as well, related to the channel and all that. I tried to set up a new layout here, and so I tried to, I don't know if you guys like this sort of, now I have this window set up. I'll leave this up for like 30 seconds. I don't know if this is something that people like to see this format versus my other one. You know, obviously the window gets a bit resized here. I was originally trying to do a chat, like a live chat feature in the top left. For some reason I couldn't get it to work, and so that was how I was gonna have my layout there, so you could see sort of you could see everyone else's chat, and for some reason it wasn't working out. I did it the same way as that I did some YouTubing to try to figure out how I could get that to work. Apparently it's not working for whatever reason, so I'm gonna have to fix that for next time. I don't know if anyone has any particular format preferences, or thinks this looks better than the other one or not. This sort of format is supposed to be like, I guess if you have a cool background, I'm doing it in my own room, so I don't really have much behind me, yeah, I might look into fixing this top left, the chat window, because obviously this is supposed to be in Twitch. This is more of like a Twitch sort of layout, because if we were in Twitch, then the top left would have worked fine, and I would have been able to manipulate that a little bit better. But because we're on YouTube, YouTube is slightly different than running it on Twitch, and so I can't get the same format all the time. So for the moment, until I get that fixed, we're going to go back to the original one, but this is what I'm working on right now to try and fix the chat window, and yeah, maybe we can get something to look a little bit better, a little bit cleaner for next time. So I'm going to jump back over here. We're going to switch it back to this one just for now, but I just wanted to give you guys a little peek as to what I've been working on anyways. Twitch is usually a lot easier and a lot cleaner to do things in general related to streaming. YouTube is a bit more challenging in terms of how to get it set up and things like that, so that's why it is this way right now. Oh, my throat is really scratchy. So we're going to jump into Ultimus 7 here. Unfortunately, I'm only on difficulty 1, so if in case you guys are a bit further, this isn't, it's not super difficult for me. Well, it's still Ultimus 7, so sometimes I do mess up from time to time. Hopefully, mostly on the boss fights. Like, I think if they brought auto-simming to raids, I would probably still do what I normally would do on boss fights, but I would just do it for the regular nodes. And I kind of wish they had, like, some sort of basic-only auto function. I know this was brought up before on Reddit and things like that, because obviously I don't want to waste a lot of my attacks. If I could just tell them to auto everything with basics only. I probably wouldn't. If you're doing harder difficulty raids, I probably wouldn't trust the simulation to do that, because it'll probably end up killing your team. There was in one of the videos that I showed, I think it did kill off your raid team on a boss, so I wouldn't do it on a boss fight. But you could probably do it on a regular node if you're overpowering it. I hate that Miles gets all this dodge rate when he's in stealth. Ugh. Although I got lucky there. He has like a 50% dodge rate, I think, when he's under stealth. Yeah, I wish there was a way just to... I wish YouTube had a little bit of a better platform for live streaming. Unfortunately, it is what it is a lot of the times. And unfortunately, with the potential of becoming monetized in the near future, I can't live stream on both platforms, either YouTube or on Twitch. So I can't use those programs. I could, those programs that let you stream over both platforms at the same time. I think it's called Restream or things like that. Some people use that to go on both. I'm just going to need to try and manipulate YouTube a little bit better for the user interface, so that I can get it to look a little bit nicer, add a few things here that might make... I'll work on my windows and things like that, and maybe I can get it fixed. The biggest problem with YouTube too is that if I want to test stream anything, if anyone here on this stream is in my Discord channel, then you might know that you might get occasional beeps about when I'm like live streaming, but I'm not actually live streaming, and that's because I'm testing things, and I'm on private mode, but it's still just a bit wonky. So there's no good way to test out my stream without annoying people for notifications and things like that. Whereas in Twitch, I think that you can actually do these things a little bit better and a little bit easier. Mordo, man. Alright, so now we're on the first boss node here. I'm gonna switch it up, I think. We're gonna probably take Carnage out and put in Ultron. Maybe. The only problem with using Ebony Maw in this lane is that there's actually very few hero controllers compared to the other lanes, so he doesn't actually get to take advantage of his passive all that much. And also, what I really hate, this is a bit of an aside, but I kind of hate how all your favorited characters go up to the top, unfortunately. Alright, take care, Mohammed. Thanks for stopping by the stream. I hate that when you're switching lanes and things like that in the Greek raids, that all your characters that you have favorited are up at the top, and then it selects them first. Kind of annoying. Is my Ultron that far back? He's tier 14. I guess without the red stars, the power level really, you know, it's crazy actually. So a 7 yellow stars, 0 red stars. Tier 14 is like 69k. Alright, I do hate this first boss node only because there's a Magneto after you kill a handful of characters. And then I always try to save my cooldown so that I have that available to beat Magneto before he blinds everyone and drags everyone together. I think there was a post by Cerebro, I believe on Reddit or somewhere, suggesting that there might not ever be red stars for Ultron necessarily. Because obviously summons get scaled by red stars, so his minions are going to get even more stronger than they already are. Now the problem with that though is that the minions, the Ultron bots, have a problem staying alive a bit more because their health pool is a little bit lower when you're fighting higher difficulty raids. So... I kind of want to stun that hand sentry, but I'm trying to save for Magneto coming out. There's Magneto. Can we get him for 5? Oops, wrong target. Five red, yeah, you know, to be honest, even 5 red might be too overpowered. You know, that's a lot for a character like Ultron. Like, his minions will definitely take a lot of damage. Sorry, not take a lot of damage. They'll definitely get a huge health boost because of that. But anything less than 5, then people will complain. So, I don't know. Maybe Dark Dimension 5 will give him red stars. People were saying, okay, Dark Dimension 4 is going to be Doom. Dark Dimension 5 can be red stars for Ultron. And then Dark Dimension 7 or something could be like red stars for Doom. You know, every 4 dark dimensions or something like that. 3 dark dimensions, I don't know. I hope they don't go that high. That'll be a bit of a mouthful. Alright, we're at level 90. Which dark dimension are you on? I'm on Dark Dimension 9. Especially for newer players. Like, I kind of wonder, you know, I mean, I don't play other games like, you know, Galaxy Heroes, you know, where people play, but, like, how do you play those games now? Like, how can you realistically get into a game that's, like, 5 or 6 years old, you know, unless they have really, really good catch-up mechanics? Like, it must be really tough. Like, the longer the game goes on, I guess, unless they have really good catch-up mechanics, you know, how you can play some of these games. Even this one, maybe, like, let's say in a year's time, you know, to start from the bottom. Like, I don't know what that's like. And maybe that could be really interesting. That's why people do a second account every now and then. But it just seems, you know, very difficult, I think, for new players at some point, unless they're really player-friendly. You think Star Wars Galaxy Heroes is more in-depth? I know that they have more stuff, but the game has been out for, like, what, 3 years longer? So I would say that they've had more time to build game modes and things like that. But graphically, I think that I could never get into Galaxy Heroes because I think the graphics just look too bad at this point, and it's really showing its age. I think Marvel Strike Force is... It depends on what you're coming from, right? I mean, I think that if you're good with resource management and you understand the ideas of resource management, then you could do really well in... I don't know why I'm autoing. Am I actually winning? Looks like I'm winning. But yeah, I mean, I think if you understand how to play games like this, then I think that you could do a little bit better in general. I admit that Star Wars has its own graphical style, but I just think it's more of an age thing at this point. I don't know if it's... I don't know. I don't have time for another mobile game really, so I can't. I mean, not like that anyways. So, yeah, I can't do it. But I don't want this. I don't. I don't want people to get into a Galaxy Heroes versus Strike Force war in the chat. So, you know, apparently people have a lot of opinions about this. I can't really. I can't say anything. So I'm sure there's people in the chat here that know more about the game than I do. I've only played it very, very briefly, so I don't know what all the game modes they have. I think they have a lot of the same game modes, just they rename it, is from what I understand. But, anyways, I don't want any mudslinging happening in the chat, or I might have to, like, remove users. I don't want to do that. I actually don't even know necessarily how to remove people, but I know I can, so don't make me look for the buttons. I just think that the game, I mean, obviously there's a... I don't know if the game would have gone on for as long if Galaxy Heroes if it wasn't Star Wars. But again, you could say the same thing about Marvel maybe as well. But I think that graphically it's just not my taste. And, you know, if you enjoy it, then, you know, that's you know, your cup of tea, I guess. I think that most mobile games, I would imagine, probably have something like a 5 to 6 year lifespan. I think at some point people do play it for the graphics, and that eventually at some point, you know, people might not like this in a couple years' time. So we'll have to see how things go, of course. Looks like that's... let's do this Nick Fury boss. I don't want to spend raid energy, actually. I shouldn't do that. I forgot I still have my arena match to do. I got thrown back pretty big today. I was actually at 17. I was at 2. I was at 2 before I went to bed, and then I woke up at 17, which is something like 4 or 5 different attacks, so... This guy's the #1 Black Order team in my arena shard, the hoodie, at 511k. I'm pretty sure he has the top Black Order team. As you can see, it's Black Order, Black Order, Black Order, so it doesn't really matter what you fight in my arena. It's just more Black Order after one another. So we're gonna go number 8. Sorry, number 10. Why isn't there 9? Where's 9? Oh, there we go. Oh, he is 9. I've actually lost to him before. So we're just gonna go to 10 and skip him. Anyways, moving on from maybe I shouldn't even brought up Galaxy Heroes. That's my fault. So, you know, I know from now on not to even bring up the name. Maybe that's why other people, you know, other content creators don't talk about. OMG, I believe, just says that game. You know, he doesn't even say it by the name. There's absolutely no hybrids in my shard like below 30. I think they exist like over 30, maybe in the top 50, but definitely not this low. And really, when you're fighting Black Order on Black Order, the only thing that matters is who flips second, because you want to wait until they flip. Yeah, it is really stale. Very occasionally you can lose if just, I don't know, because obviously the turn order is a coin flip, so if it goes the wrong way, that can cause a problem. Basically, I can probably auto it, though. When there's only this many 2 characters left, I'm not going to lose this now. But it really comes down to luck. I have lost arena matches not very often, but maybe like once every couple days. I've lost an arena match. It doesn't really matter what I do here. It should probably pan out the same way. Unfortunately, that does make Arena really stale, and I just don't see them. I don't see anyone coming to topple Black Order though until maybe early next year. You know, I don't see another team in the near future, or even maybe they would need a couple of characters. Probably, I don't know how you would counter Black Order exactly. Like they're really, really strong. You know, they do things really well for what you need to do. So again, more Black Order, even 6 is Black Order. It's a 507. Maybe I need to put more T4s into my Black Order, because that's why my team power is only 482, is because I don't have all of the T4s. I think maybe some of these teams probably have everyone at T4. They're the abilities, so I don't know, maybe I need to put some more into that. Alright, what do we have now? We do have Alliance War. I forgot Alliance War just went live 20 minutes ago. Let's give it a look to see how badly we're going to get trashed. We're really close to Gold 4, but we've been kind of like losing and then winning and then losing and then winning, and we're not really like making a whole lot of progress. So I'm like 11 trophies from Gold 4. Even though that they have less trophies than us, I don't think that is going to necessarily matter if we look at the participation. Normally I go into there and see what kind of their average TCPs are. Sometimes I do a calculation. I'm not going to do it on the stream, but normally I pull out my calculator and like add it all up, just so I can put it into the Alliance War Discord and see, you know, what's the chances of us actually winning this match. Because if it's significantly higher, or like 10 plus, 15 plus million higher than us, then we probably don't have a chance. So, oh, hey, there's a shield officer. You know what I should have checked actually was how many people do they have on their team. So if you sort by that, they have 23. Okay, so normally this means that I would probably not go down the middle. Probably that means that there's nothing there. What is up with this guy here? A 129 Emma Frost. And a 400... Oh my god, this Sinister... You know, there's someone in my alliance I know that has a 5 red Sinister, but is level 1. And that really makes me cry. And like something like this makes me cry too. You know, just like, why is he there? And the fact that he's not leveled... And strikes... What is this? What is this team here? Oh my god. I think this is like a bait. Normally this is what I call the bait trick. I mentioned this in my Alliance War video. But basically when you have a deck like this, they want you to go down the center. There's probably crap rooms in the middle. Things like Cargo Bay and other less useful rooms. And I imagine that the better ones are Okay. I didn't expect that. Is this a joke? What's going on? 3 shield officers? But there was 23 players. Okay. Maybe this is the bait room then. I don't know. Maybe we should be going down left. I don't know if it's a free win. I need a second to tell my alliance about this, so I'm gonna have to activate my alliance chat in case they didn't see it. So there's three shield officers. I think it could be a bait trap. We should go down the left and save the others for later. Unfortunately, some people in my alliance have this habit of sort of taking out the shield teams early, which I don't think is a good idea. I think you should probably wait until later, because I think that the left side is probably going to have the good rooms. So in this case, I am going to assume that the better rooms are down the left side. Now, if I'm wrong, I would be really shocked, because this is basically telling you, you know, you should go. They want you to go down that way, and that's what I would do anyways. If I had some empty teams or whatever, I would definitely lead them that way, so that I think it's some sort of bait bait trick strategy. So, we're gonna kill these left sides, and hopefully my alliance follows. My alliance does have a bad habit of not following my direction, so we're gonna do this. This is probably a down punch, but oh yeah, that's a really big down punch. There's a lot of weak teams on the, and I don't want to hit the right side because sometimes what I do also is I'll compare the two players, so TJ and Alex, and I look at their TCP, and sometimes it'll tell me who's probably easier to take out. So I'm gonna go and do that. TJ's at 5.7 million, and who's the other guy? Alex, 5.4. So the one on the right actually has less. So I'm wondering if behind these teams that there's gonna be some bigger teams. Maybe not. But this 476 Asgardian team with the tier 14 Thor is a little bit scary. The passive on that. Once Scream comes out, though, they're going to completely rip Asgardians apart more than they already do. I don't know if you guys caught my my Asgardian Symbiote war battle last Saturday. It was really clutch, like the last 2 seconds of the match. When Scream comes out, that's probably not going to happen because she'll knock people out of stealth, and that won't be a big issue anymore. Can we deal with this team first, then, maybe? Who will we use? Maybe Power Armor? This is a Deadpool variant, so... Actually, there's no Merc. There's no Mercs. No Merc Ryguard and no Merc Lieutenant, so this is going to be really easy. So I think that we can probably do that. And you shouldn't really use Deadpool in the team, despite him being a Merc. He doesn't really do as much. We're gonna do that. I think we'll be fine. This is a bit of a... I don't normally down punch. It's not as impressive, but in this case I just want to do some attacks early on and hopefully lead my alliance into the right direction and that they go down the left. Because I need to take out some rooms to tell some teams to basically convince them to go that way. Hey Scott, thanks for joining the live stream. Yeah, I am going to be doing this at least once a week. Wow, Iron Man almost bit it. I am going to be doing it at least once a week on Saturdays. I think that's the easier day for me. You know, maybe in the future I might do a little bit more, but yeah, so Saturday is doing well for me. For next time, I will work on... Sorry, sometimes I'm bad at multitasking. I'm going to work on improving my interface on my screen, you know, maybe make it look a little bit more professional, things like that. I have run into a little bit of problems, technical problems here and there, so it's not always the easiest for me to do. Especially on YouTube. YouTube is a bit of a more difficult place. Oh, am I gonna survive? Sometimes YouTube is a bit harder live stream wise in order to get the settings that I want and how it to look, whereas some of the other programs that I can use for Twitch is a little bit easier, but we're just going with this for now. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, that was a bit easy. Yeah, 5 red Hela. That's really good. I have 5 Hela, I think. Yeah, I finally bought her actually, maybe a month ago. I haven't had my 5 Hela that long. Oh, there we go. Okay, Red Skull and Sinister 6. Sinister 6 is an interesting one. Normally I would use characters like AIM against them. Now, this isn't even a Doc Ock variant. AIM is really good against Sinister 6 because they have absolutely no way to shake off debuffs other than Rhino, but only when he gets blinded. I'm a newer player to the game. Do you think I should spend money on the game early? It really depends on the offer, Thew. There are some offers that are very player friendly. I'm not familiar with all of the brand new player offers. I believe there are some new character offers. Maybe someone in the chat can verify that when you start out the game. I believe there's some character offers. Oh, there's a Black Order team. that I don't remember all of them, but there are some good ones occasionally that are worth picking up. And especially some of the 500 shard offers that came recently, like the Supernatural one, and I believe there were some others as well, in X-Men 1 in the past, where you get 500 shards for like $20 or $25 or wherever you're from. Those ones are pretty good because you're getting a lot of shards, and that can really help propel you forward if you're a light spender. Black Order 285. Okay, with a 100k Thanos. You know what? I am gonna try using my Doc Ock team. I heard that in war, Doc Ock can beat them. So we're gonna find out here and now. 322, this is a slight punch down, but they are Black Order, so I think this would be a good opportunity to test this team, and if they can even beat slightly punching down, I would call that a definite success. I'm a little bit afraid of Thanos. He's not tier 14 though, so stat-wise that does make a huge difference in his damage, and I think we're going to do it, guys. I think we're going to try this. Doc Ock, Sinister 6 against Black Order. Place your wagers now. Will I do it? Will I not? This is my first war on live stream with Doc Ock, so. Of course, I just want to let people know, you know, if there's anything you want to see or anything you want me to do or, you know, talk about, then feel free to add that into the message window, and I can get to that as well. And again, for all the new people who have joined us, I hope everyone's having an awesome Saturday as well. Okay, so we got the flip, and oh, that flipped the deflex. But we'll get the regens out, and he won't flip those, so that should heal. We're immune to offense down, and this should clear a fair bit of. I actually landed offense down on there. Oh, I only have one turn of offense down. I need to get that T4 on Electro. Let's see if we can land Disrupt on Cull Obsidian, because he's some of the biggest problems for tanking. I don't have a 6 red call, but I don't have a 6 yellow call, so that's not going to matter. But I will get a 6 red star call when I get the yellow, because I do think he's really awesome. We need to ability block Ebony Maw. Otherwise he'll do his slow thing. I actually don't know the kill order here. I don't know if there is a particular... Like, I'm thinking Ebony Maw and Cull Obsidian need to die, but I'm not 100% certain about where I should be targeting first, to be honest. Ebony Maw's ability block for 2 turns, so I'm not too concerned about what he's going to do right now. Oh, now we're stuck a little bit. Ooh. Oh. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, this is all going to flip, though. Remember, Doc Ock is going to get to flip at least 2 of these. Watch this. Ooh. Ooh, that was nice, I think. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Right. So, Ebony Maw has defense up, though, and I really don't want to hit that. So we're just going to... Oh, maybe that was a waste. That was probably a waste. I think we're gonna win this anyways, even though I'm like really unsure what I'm doing. Go Swarm! Look at all those bleeds. I think we won this fairly handily. And I honestly didn't even know what I was doing half the time. Like, Rhino is pretty close to biting it, but I think... And Electro too. But I think we could have probably punched straight across rather than down. And still won. Electro is down, but at this point, you know, it doesn't really matter. We can auto it. I'm actually fairly impressed. You know, obviously, I should have paid more attention to who I was killing first. I don't know what the priority is necessarily. I actually don't know if you need to go straight for Ebony Maw. Like I said, with the Mysterio's ability block, 2 turns of ability block on War, because he does get that War bonus, that made quite a significant difference. So, I think if Thanos was tier 14, that would have made a bigger difference, because you get like a 20 to 25% stat increase. And I think a tier 14 Thanos ult might have wrecked like Electro a lot sooner. And some of my other characters. Electro is my squishiest character. I'm hoping to get her to 4-star after this Blitz, which will get me a 4 yellow, so that'll bump her survivability up a little bit more. But that was quite nice. I did fail this past week when I was doing videos for Sinister 6. I did end up failing against Marauders. I heard they can beat Marauders, but maybe I don't know the turn order yet. Maybe I need to watch some other people's videos and how they beat them. But I am quite impressed, given the fact I didn't know what I was doing. You know, I did manage to kill them. And that's good. That's good news, because Black Order is one of the hardest teams, even on defense, you know, to one-shot. There's very few teams that can one-shot them without punching down a significant margin. So I probably could have punched across. You know, I think next time around I will try, especially if there's a war that I know I'm going to lose, then I'll try testing it, maybe do a little bit of a punch-up on Black Order for next time, because I think that's some good information there for people to have, even though I know a lot of people out there don't really have Doc Ock, but, you know, it's good information for next pass, and whether or not how worthy he is of building up. Personally, I didn't have to spend any money on Doc Ock, so I'm happy about that, and I built him up. But I know that there's a lot of people that didn't really have too many shards on X23, and that's really what kept people from getting it. Who is also, by the way, ending today, so today is the end of the Doc Ock event as well. Let's see, do I have anything I could beat this 310? The problem is I have a couple of teams that are really strong, and then a couple of in the middle. Now, I don't know if I have anything... I really like Fantastic Four. My only gripe with Fantastic Four is how slow Invisible Woman is, because I feel that she's really late to the party with her barrier, because her speed is quite on the lower end, and so when you're fighting teams like Asgardians and things like that, there is the potential to get wrecked like before Invisible Woman takes her turn for the barrier. If I can get the barrier up, it's almost a guaranteed win. But if I can't, and something happens to my characters in the meantime, then that is a bit of an issue. So, like, I think I would normally be able to beat this battle, but I am also kind of afraid because of the Loki Hela 1-2 punch, you know, with the Death Knives. That is quite devastating, so... It's tempting. I also don't like losing. So, it looks embarrassing both for me on stream, for my alliance, and having to spend extra war energy to, you know, fix my mistake. Even though this is a punch down, you know, there is a possibility that it could turn south. But we're gonna try it anyways, I think. Now, if I lose, I'm not gonna be happy, but let's give it a shot anyways. 6 red Doc Ock. Oh man. I wish I had a 6 red Doc Ock. Can we trade? Okay, so we did survive, so that's fine. And actually, Hela doesn't have defense up, so that's probably even better. So she's gonna take a big... Oh, and she's not even... Oh, what happened? Shield? Namor... Human Torch is still alive. Somehow. The stealth. But we need to put that barrier up. What do I think of She-Hulk? Well, looking at the kit, it didn't seem too impressive, to be honest. I should have gone for Loki, probably. Oh, we still might be able to get him. I need to get Hela down, so I don't want this Greg Fest to start happening, which is what it looks like is happening, and this can go really south. I'm stuck behind more of that. I need to... Oh my god. I'm just gonna basic. God. Hold on. Like I said, sometimes I'm bad at multitasking. Okay. we need to kill this. This is a lot of Gregs. They're gonna start blowing up. No, my Human Torch. Okay, looks like we got this, I think, here. Yeah, we can auto this. That's a lot of Gregs. Good thing I have barrier up, though. Oh, that was nice. Thank you, Namor, for that that clearing of all the Gregs. I think that She-Hulk... I don't know if people are necessarily going to remove Namor for She-Hulk. I don't think that She-Hulk is that over the top. I think it's going to be a one or the other. You know, if you haven't built Namor, then you could use She-Hulk. Part of, you know, and feel free to chime if anyone in the chat, you know, agrees or disagrees. I just feel that Fantastic Four is kind of low, heavy on their cooldowns. They're very high energy costs for the most part, except Mr. Fantastic, and I just don't see them being an overly strong defense team. The AI may not do things the way you want it to do necessarily. Choose the right targets, and I guess that's the thing for a lot of war defense teams, but I just feel that this in particular, I don't know. Jury's out for me. I think we'll have to wait and see. I'm going to wait for other people to build She-Hulk. I'm not personally going to build She-Hulk. If suddenly it is bonkers ballistics, you know what, I'll do it. But she's also bio. And knowing that Scream and Anti-Venom or Agent Venom or whoever, you know, is around the corner, are we really going to want to invest our resources into She-Hulk instead of... Obviously, Scream looks great, and so you'd be crazy not to build Scream. And that's a 45-star character. Presumably, and Agent Venom or Anti-Venom or whoever, you know, is going to be a 100 shard character, and he's probably going to be even crazier than what we've seen on Scream. So that being said, should we care about She-Hulk? I don't know, unless She-Hulk is one of your favorites. I always say that, you know, if you have a favorite, if you're a huge Marvel fan and you have a particular favorite character and She-Hulk happens to be your favorite character, whatever happens, you know, go ahead and build her. You know, at the end of the day, you know, you need to have enjoyment playing this game, and if building She-Hulk or anyone else for that matter, you know, gives you enjoyment to keep continuing to play the game, then do that. Even though I may not recommend certain characters, but if you really love this character, then go for it. What else do we have to do? So we did our war. I can buy resources again, maybe? I already did. Okay. We can go back to Blitz for a little... let's do a PvP match. You know, I didn't do a PvP match last weekend. I know some people hate PvP. I actually still need some... I still need some Sinister credits, so bear with me on this one. If you don't like PvP, maybe we'll get lucky. Or maybe I'll just get trashed, you know. There have been some days where I've done PvP, and I just completely blew it somehow. And I lost like 5 times in a row. And normally I'm pretty good at PvP, but... I don't know, maybe if I'm like first thing in the morning, I'm not paying attention, and I really drop the ball. And so normally I go for an Ebony Maw Emma Frost ban combo. Just, I don't know, because Ebony Maw is actually really easy to deal with if you have Baron Zemo, but more than likely people are going to ban Baron Zemo, not to mention my icon is Baron Zemo, so that it's kind of a giveaway. Doc Ock actually is a good counter to Ebony Maw as well, actually. Now, here normally what I do, because they picked Phoenix, I would actually consider running Mr. Sinister and then clone and then not banning Phoenix, because then I can clone her. But who do I have available? Let me pick quickly. Sinister and X-23. X-23 is another potentially OP character. Now, the problem with this is who gets to reject first. Because if I have to reject first, and then I reject someone that's not Phoenix, and then he rejects my Sinister, then I'm kind of screwed. So, that is a bit of a problem. He's going for the Taskmaster Blind. So... I don't know how many characters are faster than Taskmaster. If they are, I'll go for the Loki Hela combo maybe. Oh, he's gonna pick up Carnage if I do that. Probably. I can kind of predict things in advance as to who they're gonna counterpick me with. So maybe I might go Carnage to save, only because I think that he's going to pick Carnage. PvP is a massive mind game sometimes. It's like, depending on how, if you think about these things anyways, you know, how to counterpick the pick. Counterpicking the counterpick. Okay, now he took my Hela, so I can't do that. Ultron, so I should pick... I should pick... Clearly. Red Skull, right? You know, because I like Red Skull. See, this is the problem, because I'm rejecting first. So... I'm afraid? I'm afraid. I'm afraid about that. So, he's probably gonna ban my X23. If he's smart. Maybe. No. Okay, I'm surprised. I mean, he could still beat me. Maybe I'm, let's see who he picks. Captain Marvel. I have no tank. Maybe I should be mean and, like, do Drax or something. But I don't use Drax that frequently anymore. Without red stars, Captain Marvel's binary doesn't actually one-shot anyone, and he doesn't have Black Bolt on his team either. I'm gonna go Shuri. I think. I might lose this. I don't know. I'm not confident. Normally I don't take this long to pick, but I'm thinking Shuri because I think she's going to get the defense up on everyone beforehand. Unfortunately, that makes me susceptible to Ultron's beam, which probably is going to kill someone, maybe. But it would allow me to resist Taskmaster's blind, potentially, by having that defense up. Okay. Oh, wait, we might be able to kill Hela. Oh, wow. That was impressive. And then we'll ability block Ultron. Oof. Oh, do we spread the ability block? I kind of really want to spread that ability block. Oh. That might not have mattered, though, actually, now that I think about it. Because Symbiote Spider-Man normally basics on turn 1. Maybe I should have got Greg. Oh, wow. Loki got to beat. Maybe that... Oh, God. Did I just sign my death warrant with that? I think I might have. I should have killed Hela. Oh, my God. Like, one move just cost me the match. I should have taken the advice there. Yep. I think I'm... That blind? The hell? Okay. Yep. Yep. Okay. Should have killed Hela. Should have listened. That was my bad. I probably could have won that if Hela was dead. That blind didn't happen. That was embarrassing, actually. I can't believe that happened. Oh boy. I should listen to people more often. Right, so I'm on the left. That means I get to reject second. Maybe I should start keeping Ebony Maw around. That way I can counter with Doc Ock. Going for the aim pick. I find that a lot of people pick aim even if they're trying to play seriously. I guess really they just don't care about the bans. I basically know that picking Baron Zemo is going to cause him to get banned, but then we know that he's going to get banned. He's going to pick, like, Phoenix. Because Phoenix is available. And... Oh, no, he's throwing it? He's throwing it. Never mind. Alright. Anyone have anything they want to talk about? Because I know that it's not going to matter who I pick at this point. You missed me losing a match horribly. Because I wasn't paying attention and I didn't take chat advice. And it started off well, and then after that it didn't seem to really matter. And then a second match here where it looks like it's getting thrown. So hey, free Sinister Credits for me, but less exciting for chat. We can just, you know, talk and do normal live stream stuff. What's everyone up to in their own game? Anything exciting going on with everyone else? Any major events? Any major pulls? Red stars? Anything like that? Actually, I do know someone who has Doc Ock right now in Dark Dimension 3 in the city lane. Someone from my alliance, and apparently is going quite well. However, he doesn't have Venom, so he's running Symbiote, Spider-Man, Carnage, and Doc Ock. And Punisher, I think, for some reason. But yeah, so I mean, I have Punisher. I use that to get me into Dark Dimension 3. I think Doc Ock is quite interesting because if you have him in the center with Symbiote, Spider-Man, and Carnage next to him, they're actually getting the deflex and the speed ups from his charges when he does a special, so that's pretty neat. And his survivability is not terrible because he actually heals himself when he blocks. I can just auto this, I guess, it doesn't matter. Update. I thought it was originally the update was going to come on Tuesday, but I think at this point we're probably looking at the following Tuesday. So unless they rush things and they're not talking about things like Anti-Venom, Agent Venom, or ISO Ace, do more Chapter 2. There's a few things that they haven't really talked about, so I am thinking that it's going to be the following Tuesday, September the 6th, and not actually this coming Tuesday, but hey, I don't know, unless they're going to skip a bunch of things and just, you know, surprise, here's everything. But normally they would tell us in advance about certain things, especially things like do more, at the very least. And I would imagine they'd want to talk about ISO 8 if that's coming. That's been their major thing for like the last year. So it would make sense for them to talk about that in a blog post or something like that. Yeah, auto blitzing I think will make a pretty big difference, at least for those who do like the milestones and chill kind of thing, up to 750k. I think if you're trying to compete seriously in any larger blitz, you probably will still need to blitz normally, I imagine, unless it's your teams like Black Order, Phoenix, X-Men, you know, the ones who can sort of auto blitz anyways and are sure to win. They might be able to do it via the auto blitzing, and it depends if auto blitzing is also going to reduce the amount of points that you get, potentially. You know, so I don't know if they're going to do that or not. You know, like maybe give you like a penalty, basically, for choosing the auto blitzing. And then that'll impact people who are actually competitively blitzing for the top 1% or whatever. Who am I banning now? I don't know what I'm doing. What am I doing? I normally ban... I wanted to leave Ebony Maw this time. It's ban Taskmaster. Now, I wish the favorited characters also get stayed to the top during the ban process and it wasn't alphabetical order, because I hate having to search for them alphabetical. Silly guy. I'm gonna take Doc. Oh, he's gonna ban Doc Ock. Oh, Baron Zemo. I'm hoping he bans Baron Zemo and then I pull in Doc Ock. So I'm gonna try and do that. I can't take Black Bolt because he's banned. But I could take Sinister. No, let's take X-23 again. That ability block is really important. I'll have at least one character that can ability block. But I'm hoping they ban Zemo and then I can pull Doc Ock in the center. And that'll be good for his other buffs. So he's pulling in Ultron. Actually, Doc Ock's also really good about taking out Ultron too, because of the flips after he's summoned minions and things like that. Because I'll probably just ban his Ultron actually, unless he picks someone else. I want to keep Ebony Maw this time around. What if I do a Rhino Magneto combo, or Rhino Doc Ock combo? Sinister and this is gonna be a really weird one. Hela? Maybe? I really want to spread the ability block. So, because that's normally, if I can spread ability block, that's game. Oh, come on, guy. Fucking. Oh, I swore. This is actually like the first time that's happened to me. You know, people complain about this on Reddit, and this is like, I'm pretty sure this is the first time that someone's actually canceled a draft with me in the entire week that this event's gone on. I heard that there's a lot of weird stuff that goes on, that if you actually cancel the draft, I heard that you get put into a penalty timer or something. I don't know if anyone can testify to that part. But I heard that if you leave too often, that I don't know how you can't go back in right away. I know they do that for other games, like, you know, MOBA games and things like that. If you leave drafts and things like that, it does penalize you for that. He was just jealous. He's like, you know what? I'm not going to win, so I'm going to... hopefully it's nobody on the stream right now, you know, trying to queue up with me or something like that. Trying to mess about. Okay, so we're going to... Okay, he doesn't have Emma Frost. That's interesting. Poor guy. Doesn't have Emma Frost. As I say, he doesn't have Phoenix. Who else? I don't even know. I don't care too much right now. Oh, Taskmaster. I just want to keep Ebony Maw in hopes that he picks him, because I just wanted to try using Doc Ock to counter that. And not a lot of players have Doc Ock, so there's a good chance that I would probably be safe to pull him in. I don't know what the percentage of players that actually unlock Doc Ock, but I imagine it's a little bit more than who unlocked Black Bolt the first time around, but I know it was a challenging unlock for a lot of players. And he's okay there. He's throwing. Maybe he's not. Just in case. I think they need to come up with other ways to sort of make PvP fun. You know, like I would actually really enjoy, like someone made a post actually on Reddit about like some sort of like a quick draft, but like you're given a random team and like you can I don't know, you have like 3 options to shuffle if you want to like reshuffle your characters and like get a new team basically. Like I think that could be really interesting, where you get like a random draft and you can either choose to go with it or not, and you know, it might to some degree depend on your characters, and to some degree it might be based on your skill and what you know of the characters. So he's sort of trying to throw me off with Black Bolt there, but I don't know. I'm perfectly okay with quick draft as long as they remove, or as long as they add something else to it. Because if you guys played any of the quick draft previously, it was basically your arena team in a blind mode. So if they came up with quick draft with some other rule set, you know, I think that would be kind of fun. Yeah, I guess I can just, yeah. But yeah, I think that if, you know, I think this week, obviously, if anyone's on Reddit as well, there's going to be there was a huge list of complaints on PvP, and some of them are warranted, some of them aren't. But at the end of the day, it's a lot of feedback for Scopely to really think about how they're going to progress with it. You know, I hope that they keep it to some degree, but maybe if they make it more flexible, make it more, I don't know, maybe allow different rules or things that you want to do with it, you know, that would be kind of neat as well. I don't know what I'm doing here. I mean, it's just gonna be an auto fest here. But yeah, so we'll just we're gonna do one more after this one, because this was a bit of a throwaway for them, and then we'll go back and do arena again, so I can punch down my I think I'm at 10 right now, or at 9. Hello, it's fun time. How are you doing today? Oh, he just gave up right away, so it doesn't even matter. Hope everyone's enjoying their Saturday. Thanks for stopping by the stream today. Let's do one more, and then we'll go over back to Arena. Finish off our Blitz, and oh, I forgot, we have Dark Dimension 3. I have not been progressing too fast in that one. On my third run. I think I forgot a handful of days, but I think we are on Node 2, maybe halfway through Node 2 now. We'll do that after the PvP, actually. We'll do PvP, and then we'll do Arena, and then we'll do Dark Dimension 3. Well, he banned Doc Ock, so now I have to ban Ebony. Alright, Toxic, thanks for joining the channel, joining the chat. See you next time. Enjoy the rest of your day. Let's get a Baron Zemo going. Oh, wait. Oh, he picked it. Oops. Let's get X23, I guess. Now, I have a bit of a problem picking Hela too early, because then that leads into a counter pick of... Oh, yeah, I forgot about Phoenix. My bad. Now he's going to pick Phoenix. Ah, but then I'll counter with Sinister. Maybe? Or maybe I'm screwed. I forgot. Ultron. Oh, yikes. Maybe? Maybe we can come back? I don't know. Thing is, I need to ban Zemo. Zemo is super overpowered in PvP. He's just, you know, he's really strong. He's super fast. Ability block and all those slows. Unless I have some way to clear it a lot quicker, there's no guarantee I can clear it. So Magneto, what's he going for? And I don't have Doc Ock, unfortunately. I could go Rhino. But... Ah, Blob. He's going for a Toad Blob Magneto combo. I've seen this before and I've lost to it before as well. Mordo, you say? But that's not going to outspeed Magneto and Blob and Toad. Oh, crap. I wasn't watching my time. He wants me to ban Zemo, and you know what? I'm not. I'm gonna ban Magneto, because I know exactly what he's planning, and I don't want him to... I think the Magneto Blob Toad combo might be worse. Now, I kind of got screwed because of... Oh, he banned Hela. That's not good. I was gonna take Carnage, actually. But... Oh boy, I think this is a mess. Shuri gets counter-pick. Oh, he's picking Toad. Yeah, Shuri is not good against Baron Zemo, because then his buffs just get... Her buffs just get torn out. I think I'm gonna go with Red Skull. I've had some good luck with Red Skull in the past, just because he has a lot of minions, and the damage from the minions... Phoenix is gonna rip me a new one still, I think. He's still going for that Toad Blob combo, which does apply taunt, I think, to Blob still. Maybe... I've actually used Toad in PvP before and actually done fairly well. He's not terrible. I think this is going to be a shit show, and I'm probably going to lose this. But that was a mispick on Swarm by accident. Yeah, there isn't a speed. You would just have to look at speed rankings, I guess. But speed interactions based on characters, though, would be really important as well. Should be able to blind Zemo. So sometimes when you have characters together, obviously they get additional speed. Oh. So things like Toad and Blob are a bit faster, and Magneto, of course. So, you know, using just a standalone character might not matter when you have, like, Loki, who also gives speed up to Mordo and other characters. Swarm isn't bad in PvP, but against this team, this does not look good. I'm probably done. I got ability blocked on Sinister, so I can't clone Phoenix, which might have put me in a better position. My target range for Blitz is the 45 shards, which I believe is 4.5, 5 million, something like that. Yo-Yo is not great in PvP. Nobody really uses her that much anymore. Her damage is very low, and even then, I find that the offense down doesn't always apply. If you can somehow get a combo of Yo-Yo, Black Bolt, and Crystal, I have actually lost to that before, though, so if you can manage those three, they're unlikely to get banned, but it depends on your roster as well, right? So I have everyone unlocked, and I'm playing against other people who... It looks like I'm going to lose this anyways. I play against people who have basically everything unlocked as well. If you're not there, you have like a middle round roster. You know, maybe you might want to take Yo-Yo in PvP, but for late game players, it's not worth it. I don't even think it matters what I do anymore. I've lost this. I'm gonna bounce. Okay, I got screwed. I don't know if it was just Swarm. I think that they had better picks than me, and it just happened that way, and I dropped the ball there. So let's do things that I know I'm a bit better at, and that's Arena and Dark Dimension 3. And looks like I've already been pushed back in the last, what, 20 minutes? Who is number 10? Who pushed me out? Where's the rankings? Who was it? It was this guy. Blade, are you in this channel? Are you watching my live stream? I'm coming for you, Blade. Now, I think, how many attacks do I have left? 3? 2? So that's going to cause some problems punching back down to, like, rank 2 where I was earlier last night. I might have to, like, spend cores. I don't like spending cores for that. Especially when I have... I need to make sure I come back in 15 minutes to, like, knock myself down before I get knocked back again by the same person. Otherwise, we just go back and forth for, like, all of our attacks. $12 months for Black Bolt. Oof. Shouldn't take you that long to get him if you're actually planning or trying to get him. 12 months sounds quite excessive. You just need to work on getting Hela unlocked from Villains 7-6. I think we can auto this at this point here. So after this, we're going to do some Dark Dimension, and then maybe after that I can come back and do my last arena match or something, and then knock myself back down again. Hopefully I'm not back at 14. Although, was I at 14 or was I at 13? I don't know where I was originally before the last battle. Yeah, I'm still at Ultimus 7.1. I don't see that changing anytime soon, though. Oh. Waiting for December. Yeah, that makes more sense. Sorry. I thought you meant, like, you've been waiting for Black Bolt for an entire year. And so I thought that that's a long time to wait for a character. Yeah, I misread or misinterpreted what you said. Let's claim some Sinister Credits. I still need another 4,000, I think, by the end of tomorrow, is it? Is that the cutoff? 3,200 plus 2,200, that's 5,400. Yeah, I need about 4,000 credits, I think. I have tried Doc Ock in Ultimate 7, but I don't think that he is all that amazing. the only sustain that he provides everyone else is like the 3 regens, and it's only 3 regens. Now, if this was the 3 regens for 2 turns like he gets in war, you know, then we'd be talking. But unfortunately, yeah, it doesn't do that. Oh, why are we in raids? We're gonna do Dark Dimension. I don't think he's very good in raids, personally, but yeah, that's just me. So this is node... Wait, are we on node 3? No, this is node 2. Oh, this is node 3. Oh yeah, we cleared node 2 and now we're on node 3. This is the Hero Brawler node. I'm probably going to get trashed. But let's start with my favorite Black Order team. So my goal is to like get towards the end, towards like the city lane or something like that, and then I assume by that point the patch will probably come out, and that way I can see the achievements and things like that, because they're adding achievements for Dark Dimension 1 and Dark Dimension 3, and I don't know if it's retroactive. I kind of hope it is, at least for Dark Dimension 1 rewards, because I've done that a handful of times. But I'm not sure. So that's why I don't want to complete Dark Dimension 3 in the event it's not retroactive. Oh, there's a Psylocke there. Does any of these have buffs? I need to get a taunt onto Cull Obsidian, I think, here. So I don't normally like flipping when there's nothing to flip, but he's got defense up, so we're gonna slow them actually. Oh, maybe that was a bit of a waste. It heals a lot when you do that, but 2 turns slow is a crazy deal. I don't know. I don't think I don't think Psylocke has actually done her stuff yet, so she might throw this back. I hope not. We want to focus on Miss Marvel, but I want to get Psylocke down at the same time, actually. I don't like Psylocke, especially when you're dealing with negative status effects. Wow. Cull Obsidian is taking quite a bit of a beating. Maybe I should have saved that that ultimate there. Oh wait, they don't have offense. Oh, they do have offense too. Well, he got wrecked. Maybe we can get some more damage though before this ends. This is a tough node. 42 enemies too. It's been a while since I've actually run Dark Dimension 3, but I think this is a bit of a more challenging node. I don't know if node 4 was as hard. I think this one gets a bit tricky with the Miss Marvels, and I think there's Black Panthers in here as well, which causes a lot of problems. Somehow we're still alive. Actually, we're 1 turn to the ultimate. Maybe if I can hold out. Oh, that doesn't matter. We can keep hitting Miss Marvel. Does she have deflect? I can't tell. It says she has deflect, but she hasn't been assisting anyone. Where's she getting that from? Proxima's dead. Get some big AoE damage in. Oh, damn it. Now we're stuck on the shield security. That's not what I wanted. Yeah, well... That chat came a bit late. There's like a 5-second delay here, I think. I could have saved it, but... you know, I'm not doing... Like I said, I'm not doing this for speed or anything like that. Why did I hit shield security? I got distracted. I have tons of teams anyways, because this is the first 4 nodes. Now, if this was just the Cosmic Lane, that'd be different. Also, Thanos gets a lot of turns because he gets like 2 right off the bat, so his recharge on his abilities are quite a bit quicker than some other characters. Okay, we didn't actually kill anyone, but... And unfortunately, Miss Marvel healed. We did get a ton of them into the red. Now, what I am concerned about here, of course, is... more Miss Marvels. Which I think can happen, right? I don't remember the waves too much on this. We did do a fair bit of damage overall, though. I'm I might bring in Phoenix, but then Dark Phoenix's special is gonna like wipe out like what 4 or 5 of them at once, and I could trigger a new wave, and Miss Marvel isn't dead yet. So we're gonna go with a Ultron, Shuri, maybe Phoenix. Oh wait, wrong side. Invisible Woman, yeah. Phoenix and Colossus? Maybe? I don't know. I mean, I have like, I don't know, 3 full teams at least. Almost 4 in terms of the first 4 nodes. Now with Doc Ock. Maybe I should have put Doc Ock in there, actually, for speed ups and deflects. Didn't think about that. Oh, stupid Drax, man. I forgot about that. Bye, Phoenix. Okay, now if Colossus can survive... Now the problem here is that I need to get to Invisible Woman's turn. I also don't know if she has her ultimate... Wow, okay. Well... Colossus got wrecked. How it... Oh, crap. Another Drax. That happened at a very inopportune time. I'm gonna clear that taunt, I guess. I don't know why I'm taking so long, because this isn't like a real run for me. Why isn't this Miss Marvel dead? I think if you let the Miss Marvels stack up in this node, I think it becomes a huge problem. Oh boy. I don't think we're getting her down this time either. Well, can we keep Phoenix alive? Maybe. Oh, nope, she's dead. I'm not gonna bother wasting any more abilities. I really hope that when Dark Dimension 4 comes out, that is not such a terrible crap fest like Dark Dimension 3 is. I don't know what they need to do, you know, because they... Maybe it's just the combination of characters that they need to allow you to use in each lane, you know, because Dark Dimension 3 Cosmic, Dark Dimension 3 City, you know, is largely, I wouldn't say fun, but it's manageable and it's a bit more balanced. I think these first 8 nodes really are balanced around just Phoenix, and it's a lot of nonsense. Like 100k, like 137k Namor here on this mission 4, like that's just bonkers. Like nobody even has that, and you can't even get that high with 5 red stars tier 14. So I don't know what they're smoking over there, but this is more like tier 16, like 7 red star power. Okay, let's try Doc Ock. Let's use the symbiotes. I don't know if I'm going to get very far with this. Hela and Venom. Yeah. Oh, we still have another... Oh, I forgot Minerva, actually. And Sinister. Oh, I should have used Sinister with the mutants. I'm dumb. I have too many characters. Chat's a bit quiet. I guess I guess it's nothing super exciting with Dark Dimension 3, but how's everyone else's progress on Dark Dimension 3 or 2 or wherever you're at in the game? Is anyone getting on any of those, I guess? This is like my nightmare coming back into Dark Dimension 3. You know, as soon as I clear Dark Dimension 3, it's like, okay, I'm done, you know. Hey, we get to flip. Apparently I don't have my special ready. But we do have speed ups on Carnage and Symbiote Spider-Man, so that's nice. Let's get a stun on Black Panther, I think. I think he has his ult ready, so I don't want that to happen. Then we get a disrupt on Miss Marvel. Let's get this Miss Marvel down. I think level 80 and ISO 8 is going to make Dark Dimension 3 a bit more manageable, and, you know, maybe there's going to be a little bit less complaints on this end. You know, if you are level 80 and have ISO 8s, you know, your stats should be a little bit better, and you're not going to get one-shot out of the gate. So that's pretty typical in a lot of games, you know, and then they'll just, you know, make things a little bit easier by having more progression in that sense to make other previous game modes easier. But I think it was Dark Dimension 3 in general was a bit over the top, I think. You know, they pushed it a lot further than most. This attack can't be dodged. Okay, we just need to kill Miss Marvel. Okay, she's dead, and we got a new wave, of course, and a new Miss Marvel. Great. Level 71, unlocked only Shuri. I will get a 6-star Star-Lord. Is he worth it to invest into now? If you have Star-Lord or are going to get him, then yeah, it's probably worth it. But I don't think that you need to go out of your way to get Star-Lord anymore. Some people will say, and some people have guides, you know, suggesting that you know, go out of your way to unlock Star-Lord. But personally, I think there's lots of characters available in the game at this point that you don't actually need them for things like Dark Dimension 1 or 2. I think there's plenty of other available characters that will work just fine. The symbiotes just completely wreck face, and with the potential of Symbiote Spider-Man becoming farmable eventually soon, I think that'll be more accessible for newer players that way. Yeah, no, I don't want to think about Dark Dimension 4 with ISO characters in level 80 and tier 17 and however much they're going to give them, because I'm telling you, these enemies are not tier 14. These characters, it has the ring for tier 14, but I guarantee you they hit like a tier 16 character. DD2 and 3 work in terms of using characters and healing if they die. Do you mean like coring, like to revive them, or what do you mean for healing them? Just bringing them back for coring? Like getting an extra run? I don't know if you guys noticed, but there was actually a Dark Dimension heal pack. I'm not doing very well here, am I? There was a Dark Dimension heal pack in the offers where if you did want to spend money, you know, you could get, like, I think that was worth maybe 3 or 4 full heals of a 5-person team, you know, where I imagine people are stocking up on that. The whales are stocking up on that for Dark Dimension 4. But yeah. Characters do reset every day. They also reset with the same ability energy that you lost at, with the exception of Phoenix. For some reason, and I actually think this is a bug, that Phoenix does reset with what she would normally start with every match. I don't know why it's only Phoenix, because technically, if she was working properly, she shouldn't have the ability energy to keep using her special over and over again. And I'm surprised that it's designed that way. Even though she respawns as Dark Phoenix, which is a summon, that shouldn't reset her ability energy from her former form. So I don't know why they do it that way. But people have talked about it before, so it doesn't matter if I'm just some guy with, I don't know, how many, 730 subs now? You know, nobody's going to listen to me right now, so I can say all I want. They're not going to find me right now. I don't even think I have enough to form another team, but I'm just going to see what kind of ability energy. Maybe I can do a Minerva ult or something. After getting Sif and Pyra, I'd probably... Well, I don't know if there's any point in farming X23 right now. Even if you wanted Doc Ock, you probably would only need maybe a month to a month and a half to farm him, and she's he's going to be another 3 months away at least. So I would recommend getting. It depends on what your priorities are. Wow, I just got completely wrecked. Oh my god, what just happened? Hold on. Bad at multitasking. I just got like completely wrecked, and then like it looks like Black Panther just took a bunch of turns right away and just kept killing me. Oh, is this the Black Panther trap? Oh boy. Maybe I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to wait until I get my Black Order team back around next time, and hopefully they can do something about that. That was awful. I would say what you get in the War Store depends on what your priorities are, what your game priorities are in terms of what you want to do. You know, maybe even considering getting Sif to 6-star if you're with Black Bolt coming back around. I don't know, when's his release? I think his release schedule for Black Bolt, I have an infographic for this somewhere. December, I guess we're a bit of ways away. But you could work towards a 6-star Black Bolt, and then that would mean a potential 6-star Ebony Maw as well at the same time. What did I buy? I think I bought Sinister in my War Store. You know, so it really depends. You know, if you want to farm Sinister, he is definitely a great war character or War Store choice. But I would, you know, be cognizant of, you know, any shards that you need for legendary events out of the War Store first. I don't normally go out of my way to spend war credits on Pyro. Where are we at my arena? Are my timer up yet? Did I get knocked back again yet? Oh, I can do another battle. Quick. Quick, we need to jump down. I've only have one battle left. I'm gonna have to make this count. Alright, from 10 to 6. Do I recommend any skill characters for Dark Dimension 3? Definitely Proxima Midnight for the Cosmic Lane is a good choice, and some people have used Taskmaster. Baron Zemo is also an option for the global lane, but it would only be for the 5th character slot in that sense. Those are the only ones I can really think of off the top of my head. Would be Proxima, Taskmaster, and Baron Zemo now. But I think for the global lane for Dark Dimension 3, you're really going to be using Phoenix, Colossus are basically mandatory. And a lot of people recommend Sinister, Shuri, Emma Frost as potential others. I know that's a lot of mutant gear though. I don't think we're going to be getting any skill characters this patch. Maybe next, even, I don't know. Skill characters seem to be very far and few between, but we did get some decent additions recently over the last 5 months or so. Same with Mystic. Mystic seems to be quite rare these days as well. Everything seems to be bio, mutant, or really that's about it. Even tech is kind of far and few between these days too. A lot of bio and mutant. That's really it. We had the whole X-Force patch. Apparently we might be getting more mutants in the future, so yeah, it is a problem. Yeah, all those. I would go in the order though of Phoenix, Colossus, and then after that it's up to you whether or not you want to do Emma or Sinister. I personally think that Sinister might give you more value, but I have heard some arguments for both. Ideal Dark Dimension 2 team without Symbiote Spider-Man. That would depend on your roster. I would say that sucks that you don't have Symbiote Spider-Man, but maybe with the Milestone Orbs, maybe potentially when, I think over the next week and a half, we're going to hear where he's going to get added, and if he does get added somewhere ideal that you could farm him, I would definitely work on that, because let me tell you, that if you can get the Symbiotes as a team together with Symbiote Spider-Man, it's night and day. The difference, even for Dark Dimension 1 and 2, is just mostly 2, is completely night and day. Anyone in this channel who may have run Dark Dimension 2 with Symbiote Spider-Man might be able to attest to this, that it's just crazy. Now, if you completely can't do it with that, you know, if you don't have Symbiote Spider-Man and can't get it wherever they announce him to be in later, you're going to need to use Minerva, and if you have Hela available, that's even better. Minerva and Hela work really well together, and basically you need to center a team around Minerva, essentially, if you're not using Symbiote Spider-Man. So you would need characters that support characters typically, surrounded by Minerva. Characters like in the past that I've used, Star-Lord is good, but only if you're not using the symbiotes. Now, if you're using Star-Lord and Minerva together, he can help fuel ability energy for Minerva. And so you kind of need to build that team around her, unfortunately, if you're not using any of the symbiotes, because it's not worth using, you know, Carnage or Venom or anyone really without Symbiote Spider-Man, because he gives all the bonuses to the team. Yeah, if you have Hela available, she makes a very great character for Dark Dimension 2, and obviously for Dark Dimension 3 as well, so you won't go wrong leveling her up. Scientist Supreme does work well for Dark Dimension 2. I don't think she's as great for Dark Dimension 3 anymore, even though I have her at tier 14. There are other better characters that are available now than when I did it. And then Thanos, yeah, is also a very good character, but characters do have a lot of health in Dark Dimension 2, so they're not going to be dying as frequently to trigger the passive by Thanos in Dark Dimension 2. Just going through my roster, though, so back in the day, when I ran Dark Dimension 2, I used a combination, and I don't really recommend this, but this is just what I did. I had Nick Fury, Shield Security, Groot, Jessica Jones, somewhere down here. Where is she? I don't know where she is. Did I pass her? Jessica Jones and Minerva. Now, I would consider characters like Shuri, because Shuri, if you have Shuri, I don't know if you do have Shuri or not. You do, because you said above you did have Shuri. So I would recommend Shuri with Minerva, if you can. If you have Hela, that would be even better. So those three would work really well. And then if you think or are going to be getting Star-Lord, that could be a fourth character there as well. So that's 4 right there, and then adding an additional support character. You don't want straight-up blasters unless they're Black Bolt, because he's probably the only straight-up blaster that has wider use and is stronger. Like, I wouldn't recommend Rocket Raccoon or any straight-up damage characters. Dark Dimension 2 isn't about damage, it's about staying alive. It's about, if you're using Minerva, it's about fueling ability energy to her so she can get her ult off more, which will then full heal the rest of your team, and things like that. So the longer you stay alive through support type characters, the better you're going to be off. Better off B. I think I said that in the wrong order, but otherwise, if you can get Symbiote Spider-Man, then I would totally recommend it, you know, because people are using combinations like Symbiote Spider-Man, Carnage, Venom, you know, with Shuri and Minerva and things like that as well. Would Hela, Shuri, yeah, you could use Emma Frost as well. You know, I didn't really think about that as well because she's kind of newish. But yeah, you could use Emma in Dark Dimension 2. She works really well as well. Really well as well? I don't know why I said that either. I'm losing my words right now. But yeah, she's a good character, and I could see you using her in Dark Dimension 2. She does have that permanent speed down, of course, Emma Frost, so that is really good in Dark Dimension. So if you are going to use her for Dark Dimension 2, I would probably also consider taking her up for Dark Dimension 3 in the future as well, since she's a pretty decent character there. I think we're running out of things to do. I think I have a little bit more blitzing I can do, but if there's anything people want to see in my roster, or if there's any questions that people have about a particular anything really, then we can go over that as well. Otherwise, I think we'll probably, within the next 15 minutes, we'll probably be wrapping up. But yeah, that sounds like a good team there. Hela, Shuri, Star-Lord, Minerva, and then adding a 5th support character would do really well, and you'll be just fine. You don't have to use the Symbiote team, it's just if you do have it, I would recommend using it. And with Scream around the corner, of course. So I actually think, you know, we'll have to keep an eye out on the blog post, especially for next Friday, but they have to announce them somewhere. Thanks, T.E. Andy, thanks for the compliment, and hope you're enjoying your Saturday, and thanks for joining me on the live stream. Feel free to say hi anytime, and yeah. I'll be doing more, I want to say actual videos This week has been a lot of Sinister 6, Doc Ock videos, just because that's really what's been going on this week, and I wanted to showcase some of the gameplay for him. But we will be doing, I think tomorrow I might be releasing my top 10 video for, or top 10 characters list for this month, because the patch is ending, and now that I've had a chance to play with Doc Ock, that gives me an idea of where to place him, if he's going to make that list or not. So we're going to be, there's going to be some more, I guess you could say, regular videos coming down the pipe works on my channel. Yeah, I don't want people to fight in the channel, please. Here, you know, this is not designed for people to fight each other in the chat. Otherwise, I'm going to mute some people, and I don't really want to do that. So just, you know, I don't want any mudslinging from other people against others, you know. So if this becomes an issue or a continued issue here, then I'm going to do something about it, or figure out how to do something about it. It's my fault for bringing up Star Wars Galaxy Heroes like an hour ago, but I am still in the works of doing a level 70 video. Actually, that is something I'll be doing this, probably releasing sometime this week as well. I've been working on something like that. Hopefully I don't lose here. Am I going to lose? "63 out of 100 shards for Symbiote Spider-Man." Unfortunately, yes. You must have... It sounds like maybe you came a bit late into the game, or you didn't take advantage of all 3 milestones, but hopefully that you can get him unlocked when they figure out where they're going to put him. I wouldn't really worry too much about Coulson. You know, he's not really game-breaking. Symbiote Spider-Man, on the other hand, I would say is pretty game-breaking, so they really need to, you know, come up with whatever they're going to do with him and figure out where they're going to put him, because everyone needs to have Symbiote Spider-Man. You know, he's just so good, you know, for raids, for Dark Dimension, which is a lot of PvE content, but, you know, him with the team, especially if they're making a whole patch around Symbiotes, then they have to make him available somewhere. You know, it would be a disservice to the community not to make Symbiote Spider-Man available, either in the orbs, on a node, or somewhere. But I think that they can't be too player unfriendly with this decision either. Like, if they put it in Do More Chapter 2, you know, that's going to be only for level 75 characters. And while I agree he's super powerful and maybe deserves to be in there, I think in this case, you know, they're going to lose money on Scream and Anti-Venom if they don't make Symbiote Spider-Man more widely available. So either he has to be in the milestone orbs, or he has to be somewhere more friendly. That's my take on that one. Otherwise, people won't buy the offers for any of the other characters if they don't already have Symbiote Spider-Man. Because I don't know if there's really a whole reason to build up the Symbiote team without Symbiote Spider-Man. He really, at least in terms of raids and Dark Dimension, he really, you have to have him. You know, because his passive has to drain, so without that, you're kind of screwed. Oh, we still have Phoenix left, apparently. How many teams did I miss out? I'm actually struggling winning blitzes in Tier 8 with my BKT for some reason sometimes. I don't always find some good matchups here. So we're just going to finish off these last few Blitz matches. If there is anything people want me to talk about, or anything in my roster you want to see, I can do that as well before we end. Otherwise, I think we're probably winding down a little bit, and I'll do a little bit PvP of my own, probably off stream. I think the addition of Captain Marvel on the node was a really player-friendly decision, so I think that was a really great idea for them, and, you know, kudos to them for doing that. So part of me thinks that on the back of that, it's going to mean that either, like I said, Symbiote Spider-Man either going into the orbs, or he might go into Do More. I hope not. I hope he's not in Do More, just because I want Symbiote Spider-Man to be more widely available for everyone, whether that's in the milestone orbs or otherwise. Really important character, so I think they need to make him somewhere. So that means they should be either they're going to retailer the milestone orbs, or they're going to just completely make a new one. I could see them doing that. I could see them suddenly like, you know what? We know that, you know, some people have like 300 milestone orbs, like myself, and they just decide to make a milestone orb 2, you know, where you start stockpiling these new orbs rather than the ones you already have. I could definitely see them doing that. But we'll have to wait and see. Definitely Friday is their next Friday is their last chance to come out with whatever is left. The final character for the patch, if they're going to announce them early. ISO 8, do more Chapter 2, and Symbiote Spider-Man and the Milestone Orbs, if that's what they're going to do. So it should be another juicy blog post next Friday as well, I suspect. And everyone's just waiting, you know, for because this sounds like it's going to be a pretty big patch. You know, ISO 8 alone, if that's being released in 4.4, you know, is a lot of content on its own, because ISO 8 is supposed to come alongside a new ISO 8 campaign, because they said that was how it's going to be made farmable, because they're not going to be using the same regular campaign energy. They're going to be using a brand new ISO 8 campaign energy thing, like a secondary energy set. So that means more campaign nodes where you just farm those ISO 8s. And that's quite a bit of content if they're adding that on top of Do More. So that's like potentially two campaigns at the same time. Maybe they're not releasing Do More Chapter 2, but they'll be releasing at least one chapter or something. Oh, what teams do I have left? Oh, I still have Doc Ock's team as well, actually. So I'm going to use the Phoenix team here and then use my Doc Ock a couple times, because I want to see what kind of punch-ups I can do with them. With Symbiote coming up, and unlocked, well, I mean, it's going to be another 2 months until we get the Auto Sim Blitz thing. They did say December 2020, so they have some time to work on it. Now, they said it's not a final product, what we got the other day. So it makes me, I personally think they're going to add some sort of penalty system. You know, if you use it, that you're going to get maybe 25% less blitz points than you would normally for getting that, you know, not having to spend 2 or 3 minutes or whatever you do per match. I could see that being a thing. But that shouldn't be a problem for people who sort of milestones and chill. I'd rather, you know, spend less time and just get a little bit less points and get it for free, largely. But if I am competing for a blitz, you know, a big character or something like that, I'm probably going to need to still play it to some degree. But I think that's a fair-ish trade-off. You know, I think that if you want to be in the top 1%, you probably should have to, you know, play it manually. I think that's only fair. But I think for other players and other brackets, you know, they can do this auto simulation feature, you know, and get the points or the rankings that they want to get, I guess. Yeah, I don't know how I feel if they would lock it behind a level system for the auto simulation, but yeah, obviously that's unfair for newer players. I could see why they would do that though, because they want people to experience the game mode before they let you auto sim it. Oh, this is an awful combo. Maybe could I beat this with? No collaborations lined up right now, but I am always open to discussion with other people if they want to reach out to me and whatnot. The previous one that I did with Paulo, that was due to someone from his channel, I believe, contacting me and setting that up. So if there is anyone who wants to do that, or anyone out there in the interwebbing, you know, they can feel free to send me a message on Discord or wherever, and I can, you know, we can set something up, but nothing currently at the moment anyways. Oh, we need to deal with Psylocke. She's gonna throw everything back at me. Hello, James number 2. James that's not James Armstrong. Purple James? Looks like you got a purple circle. I, I probably, this is probably a minority opinion, but actually I wouldn't entirely mind if PvP led to shards for a new character release, but it depends on how they do it. You know, I'm not in favor of massively unfriendly, player-unfriendly methods, but I am in favor of some sort of competitive version, tournament maybe, or ranking system of some degree, where maybe you would get a week, you could PvP for a week, and you would get trophies or something like that for winning, and then based on how many trophies you had, you would get a payout or something, or a ranking system payout for shards for a new character. I would be in favor of that. Now, not everyone, of course, is going to be, so it depends on how they balance the people who enjoy PvP and those who don't. And I think that's going to be an important aspect of PvP in general going forward. But I like, on a whole, I like PvP more than Blitz because I'm playing real people. I think there is still more adjustments that need to be made on that, though. Somehow. A lot of people are complaining about the time taken, so in terms of getting around that, they would need to, I don't know, reduce aspects of other parts like the drafting time. Maybe ban. People were suggesting that maybe you would only ban one character instead of two. No rejections. I don't know. I think obviously the drafting portion is really important to a draft because that's the whole point. So I don't know what they really need to do in order to make it quicker, but. I think they need to address the technical side of PvP drafting, actually. Like things like people leaving, mid-draft, and maybe penalize them further, potentially. I don't know. You know, things that would prevent them from either just screwing things up in general. You know, if they're going to PvP, come up with some sort of mechanism that doesn't waste people's time, I guess, is what I was trying to say. I think if there was a trophy system behind it as well, potentially people wouldn't mess about because they would actually take it a little bit more seriously, like if they threw matches and things like that, unless they completely didn't care. Oh, oops. I could probably auto this, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, actually, the only thing about autoing with Sinister 6 is you need to make sure that you typically get the taunt with Rhino, because autoing will not do that. Yeah, so balanced PvP really varies, I guess, depending on where you're at in the game. Obviously, if you're in an early... Well, you need level 65 anyways to unlock it, and you do need characters at tier 9, level 60, so you're only going to have so many characters to pick from. Now, I know that is a little bit of a problem for different people who might not be able to pick certain characters that others can because they do have it up, but I wonder, if they make PvP more, if they push it more, and it may even potentially leads to shards or a character release method, then maybe that'll allow for people to widen their roster, or maybe push people to widen their roster so that they have these characters available in PvP. Obviously, that's not an issue really for someone like myself who has the majority of these characters up to there, but I know it can be an issue for newer and mid-game players who are hitting 65. Oh, yeah. I was trying to find some teams that maybe we can fight. Oh, that's cool. So a 3-person Black Order team, could we beat this? I need to do some more testing with my Sinister 6 Doc Ock team. I was really happy actually that we beat that Black Order team in War. It was a slight punch down, but I would like to try and find another War match in future wars, punching either across or a little bit up, and see like how far can we push Doc Ock and the Sinister 6 in War against Black Order. I'm pretty sure that, I'm pretty sure PvP characters have to be gear tier 9 and level 60 to get them, or at least gear tier 9, but I think you need to be level 60 to get gear tier 9? I'm not entirely sure. Or maybe it's just tier 9. But I think you need to be level 60 to equip the tier 9, like the stuff to get you to tier 9, but I'm unsure, maybe. Maybe not. maybe someone else can chime in there. Skins as a reward for PvP, that yeah, I'd be fine. You know, in general, I'm fine with skins. You know, I actually kind of was hoping that they'd bring it to the game. Now, I'm sure, I don't know who was around for Deadpool, X-Force Deadpool, which was originally a gray Deadpool. They brought that out once to test skins, and just nothing really happened there. Oh, okay. So, yeah, Gear 9 then. I don't know why I said 60. So my mistake there. Yeah, so just tier 9 then. So level 50 tier 9 then, it seems, would be the minimum. I'm not sure why I was thinking level 60. I think that's just where I take characters. When a new character gets unlocked, I'm just used to taking characters to level 60 tier 9. Alright, we beat this fake Black Order team here. I was kind of looking for like a full Black Order, but... Best PvP come across the quick match. I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, like, I like... Quick matches are okay, but for me anyways, really it's just quick matching my my Black Order team that I use on PvP, or on Arena, and that's it, you know, and it comes... And normally I'm winning, because my Black Order team is so high that there's not that many people with higher Black Orders than mine, and since I'm playing, normally I'm smart, and you know, it comes down to Black Order versus Black Order and which Thanos flips second. So it's basically like a game of chicken as to who flips with Thanos. There's going to be people on both divides of the PvP, in the milestones issue. Obviously, there's a lot of discontent around it. You know, all you have to do is go onto Reddit and look and search all the threads. You know, there's tons daily. There's at least like 10 threads daily about PvP. You know, there are obviously some positives, and I generally I don't like to PvP like 10 matches a day and have to do blitz. Now, if they push this away, you know, with the auto simming, and that maybe the auto simming is them trying to get us to want to PvP more, I'm fine with that. You know, if they want to leave blitz and kind of shift it over to PvP, I'm fine. But I don't like to have to do, you know, 1 hour of PvP or 35 or whatever, 45 minutes of PvP and like an hour of blitz a day. I can't do both. So it has to be one or the other. I would rather PvP, but then they would have to make blitz less desirable for me to have to spam. I don't have time for both, but I would much rather do blitz. Sorry, I would much rather do PvP than blitzing. But everyone's gonna have their own opinion on that. Can I auto this? Oh, wait, no. Oh, thank you, Rhino, for shaking off that blind. Oh crap! I forgot to taunt. Bad at multitasking and replying, apparently. Hope they do something with the gold bottleneck. I think this is a early and mid game problem. I'm probably a minority here, but I don't have a gold problem. Now that being said, when the level 80 cap, or the cap, increases and gear tier 15, I see this becoming an issue slowly, not maybe right away, but like, you know, my issue with gold and the supposed gold, I mean, there is a bottleneck to a degree, is what happens when they release new characters, right? So let's say we're all level 80, you know, and they release new characters, which they're going to do, you know, then you need to bring a character from level 1 to 80, you know, instead of 1 to 75, which sort of is now if you want to get tier 14. And so that gold amount for a brand new character is going to be something rough. You know, it's going to be, I don't know off the top of my head, but something like 8 million gold maybe. I think tier 14, 75 is like 6 million or something for a new character, because I think that's how much I spent on Doc Ock. Maybe a little bit more than that. And so when new characters come around, you know, you're going to need to have, theoretically, that much gold saved up if you want to bring up a brand new character to that level. Like if you're a late game player like me, you know, and I'm like, oh, I really want Anti-Venom, you know, then I'm gonna have to put 6-7 million gold aside to bring them up to the level that I want with gear tier 14 and things like that. So I can't even imagine how much that's going to cost for a brand new character for 80. You know, it's not as big of a deal for some of your existing meta characters who are already leveled up. You know, those extra 5 levels, while expensive, you know, isn't going to be game breaking, but bringing brand new characters up is going to be quite expensive. So I don't know what they need to do about that. They maybe add probably more gold into the gold orbs and be a bit more generous that way. I think I'm going to have to hammer out Blitz later on today as well, just so I don't have to do it tomorrow. I kind of need a day off, and tomorrow's Sunday, and maybe it's just my my rest day before we see what happens. If there's any more events coming next week at all, I don't know, on the back of this Sinister event, if they're going to throw anything else at us. You know, interestingly, I don't really have a training mats problem, but I do know other people do, so I will acknowledge there is, for some people, a training mats problem. The way, I actually don't even really like the whole training mats system. Like, it's really weird. You have to use training mats to level your characters, and then have to spend the amount of gold with the training mats. It seems redundant to me. Like, can we have one or the other? You know, spend the gold or spend the training mats? You know, the training mats are essentially gold in this case, so why are you making me pay on top of it? You know? How about you get rid of... I don't know if they could do that at this point. I don't know if they could just remove the gold portion from leveling up your characters and just use training mats because of everyone who's spent gold in the past. You know, I don't think that's something they're going to do, but... Oh, I hate when Swarm Special gets resisted, because that's a big problem. We might lose this. I think we're going to lose this. It's too high. Punch up, probably. Oh. Oh, gonna get hit. Oh, that Thor. Oh my god. Okay, a little bit too high of a punch up against Asgardians, I think. Unless... Gok? No, probably not. Okay, I know where my limits are, I think, for... Oh! Wait, there's bleeds? Wait a minute. Hey, we might get the Mysterio revive. If that guy stays alive. We're stuck behind stupid Greg. Ooh! Are we gonna win after all? I was about to back out. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Wow, we won. I was hoping I'd actually get a Mysterio revive there. It's on the next clone. That happens so infrequently, the Mysterio revive. But I'm glad they fixed the bug on that one. I'm glad they fixed the passive bug on Doghawk too. So I think he's largely working as intended now. Well, we're definitely not punching up 150k against Black Order. But we might be able to on defenders. Good counters for arena Asgardian teams that aren't endgame. Symbiotes, maybe, because they would take advantage of all those Hella Gregs. Oh wait, there's only one. Still take advantage of that though. You might be able to do that. To be honest, I'm not super experienced with sort of mid-game arena. I don't know if there's anyone in this live chat that maybe is in that sort of range where they're fighting a lot of Asgardians and can give some better advice. But you would probably want to try and maybe Yo-Yo, if you have Yo-Yo available. That could be a potential character that you could use to beat them. Otherwise, you try to want to debuff them, or maybe even use the symbiotes to take advantage of the singular Hella Greg still, because you'll still get turn bar from that. I don't know if anyone else has any other suggestions maybe for combating Asgardians in Arena. Try and use meta characters where possible. Legendary characters. Good legendary characters, probably. Shuri, Invisible Woman, those kind of characters, if you have them available, might help. Hydra and raids, not really, unless you're doing like a Gamma raid or something, which I believe has a lane for Hydra, but aside from that, I don't think so. I know they did. You might be asking that because Red Skull did have that offer available for 100 shards for like $5 or whatever the price was in your local currency, but which is really good. I think that means that we're going to get Red Skull farmable pretty soon. If I'm not mistaken, we're owed a farmable character by the end of the month, or did we already get that? I don't think we did. So shouldn't we be seeing one more farmable character? Maybe Red Skull's going to be showing up somewhere. They didn't actually mention in the blog post about any characters showing up farmable, so maybe they're going to do a secret. Domino was the beginning of the month. They guaranteed us that there was going to be one character at the beginning of the month and one at the end of the month. And actually, now that I think about that, let me bring up my... I can show my quick peek of my Excel sheet that I have here. It's not complete, but I do have this here, which I'll bring up for you guys. Oh, yeah, okay, X23. So I have the dates here somewhere. Farmable X23 was September 15th. It was mid-month, so they did guarantee us at the beginning and the end of the month, though. So I think one of these other characters need to become farmable. Now, this is a work in progress, so you know, don't take this into too much detail. But I have here sort of the farmable, and it might be hard to see actually on the screen right now. I can zoom in a little bit. But you know, so we're missing. Oh, it doesn't show the characters on the side here. So we are missing actually Red Skull here. He's been out for quite some time, so he should be showing up. Normally they tell us in the blog post though if someone's going to become farmable, and a Domino that might have counted for them. I don't think it counted for us though. But you know, that might be there. So that was September the 2nd, and then we had September the 15th at X23, and that was in the War Store. I think we're still owed someone at the end of this month, but we're running out of time because the end of the month, you know, actually it could be on Wednesday because September 30th is on a Wednesday, and they normally release characters on Wednesday. So there's a possibility they might sneak in Red Skull. Given the fact that they gave us like 100 shards for really cheap offers, I think that's a possibility. Either way, we're also going to be looking... Yeah, they could do that too. You know, they could do Symbiote Spider-Man too. That might count for them. Keep in mind that the beginning of the month is also coming up pretty soon, so a week and a half will be another farmable character. Maybe they're waiting for a bunch of stuff relating to Do More as well, or any campaigns, and they're just going to like give us 3 or 4 characters at the same time, and I think that is possible. Good teams with Red Skull. If you're not using Hydra minions, I would recommend pairing him up with Baron Zemo. If you have Baron Zemo, him and Red Skull work really well together with Crossbones and Winter Soldier, but it's not really a raid team, though. So Hydra largely isn't a raid team. I wouldn't advise using Hydra for raids, but that's just my opinion there. I'm going to go back to my Black Order and just do a few extra rounds here, and then we'll probably call it pretty soon. Alexandru, if you have Discord and if you're not already signed up to my Discord channel, I would recommend maybe hitting me up there, and I could give you some recommendations for raid teams and things like that. If you're new to the game, I could check over your roster, do a little bit of a roster review, and give you some recommendations that way. It's kind of hard to know because I can't see what your roster's like and things like that. But if you want to get back at me, you know, maybe after the live stream, or if you can find a way to get a hold of me, I'm easiest to get a hold of on Discord. So if you do have Discord, try and hit me up there. I'm quite easily available there, and I can give you some help and some roster recommendations. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Scott, I forgot that... I forgot about Captain Marvel, so actually that... I need to update my spreadsheet now, actually. So you're absolutely right. I actually forgot about Captain. I don't know why I didn't think about that. So Captain Marvel isn't actually anywhere on my list, but I can add her at the top. Farmable. Finally made farmable. So if they put her in on Wednesday, that'll be Wednesday, September the 30th. Oops, that didn't go properly. I don't know why that didn't. 30 September 2020. There we go. Okay, so if Captain Marvel is the yeah, okay, I didn't think about that. I guess because she's been out for so long that I didn't think that she was going to be... yeah, I didn't put 2 and 2 together for some reason. That could be it, actually. Maybe that was probably it, actually. So, never mind then. Okay, so our next farmable character then will be the following week, Wednesday the 7th, which does actually correlate to the update. So probably we'll just see a bunch of new characters being added, either in, you know, adjustments to the milestone orb, or we'll see it in Do More Chapter 2. I think that's probably likely what's going to happen. And if they do it like last time then, because they added Thor and Negasonic on the same node, that they're probably just going to add one new character and one trashy character, like as a placeholder, so that they can adjust that later. Now it makes me wonder who they're going to... If anyone thinks that they're going to be adding Black Order, I think you're going to be, unfortunately, disappointed. I think they're going to be milking this for as long as they possibly can. Black Order is their cash cow. They make a lot of money off of the offers for that. The characters, obviously, the whole team together is super strong. And for Wales, potentially, you know, they're making a lot of money off of this. So, going back to my spreadsheet here, after Red Skull, we're looking at, if you don't count the Black Order, we're looking at Taskmaster, and then actually skips all the way to Squirrel Girl, because we got Ironheart super early for some reason. And then, yeah, so we have Taskmaster, and then Squirrel Girl, and of course Symbiote Spider-Man, whatever happens to him, and Red Skull. So Red Skull, I think they're gonna skip over. I think they're gonna skip over Black Order. That's my prediction. So it's gonna be like Red Skull and then Taskmaster is what I think. Yeah, that's not bad. We're sitting at the same concurrent viewers for this stream as we were last time. I think we peaked maybe at 35 last weekend. Obviously, it's going to vary from week to week, and you know, I'm just really happy to just have a chat with you guys, and while I'm doing my gameplay and, you know, getting my stuff done for the day, and trying to help people out in the chat if they need and things like that. So this will be a weekly thing, probably on Saturdays. This is the third live stream now, so at the very least I'll probably be getting in once a week on Saturdays. I am going to be doing some more technical adjustments to my stream and trying to make it look a bit more better rather than just me being on there. I had some different, if anyone was here earlier on, I did do some tests of some different layouts and things like that. Unfortunately, the program that I'm using to connect with YouTube is a bit wonky. I was trying some other programs as well, and sometimes with YouTube it's not always the best platform for live streaming. I can't do as much on YouTube as I would be able to do, say, on Twitch, and I can't stream on both at the same time. So I know that there's more people who watch me from YouTube than would on Twitch, and getting people over from YouTube to Twitch might be a bit more challenging because I know not everyone uses both. So for the moment, I'll work on it, but yeah, so... And things like music, I'm going to try and get a playlist running for next weekend, because I know people are probably tired of hearing the same track that's in my videos over and over again. I just didn't really have anything else to work with right now, so my apologies on that side of things. I just need to try and integrate a playlist into the program I'm using and get it up onto YouTube, so having that all simultaneously. That's what it's a bit challenging for me, because I'm kind of doing things as I go when it comes to live streaming. Things that I didn't know how to do, I'm kind of learning it when I need to figure out how I'm doing it, and then, like, I don't know, watch other YouTube videos of people to tell me how to get things working and things like that, like technical problems. I think that's it for Blitz. I'm literally out of Blitz credits now. I should be more than fine for 45 shards. That's really all I'm working towards. So I might even get 55, but I'm not aiming for 55. It's just I was trying to get some Sinister credits. So do I have any orbs to open today? I have a lot of... Any new Red Star pulls this week? No, we had the Doc Ock. I don't plan on doing any more Red Star pulls. I'm going to be saving for Scream, which should be around the corner pretty soon. So I want to get some good pulls, at least a 4 Red Star on Scream. I do have 26 premium orbs. I'm going to be saving up that a little bit longer. I don't really have any reason to open them too much right now. I was doing a lot of pulls for X4 shards, which I think went okay on the Domino side, but I definitely didn't get any X23 shards when I was doing those. So we're hoarding for the moment. I have 7 gold orbs. You know, maybe we'll do a fake seed theory and see if I can get some millions out of those gold orbs. Open some assembly orbs. Oh, 400 mega orb frag. Oh yeah, I've been picking up a lot of these mega orb fragments as well. I have 5 mega orbs. Yeah, I think I picked up at least 2 mega orbs from these sinister orbs that I've been pulling. I actually opened a lot of orange to begin with, and I probably should have made a video about this, but I think I recommended orange pulling too, which I feel bad about now. But I was made aware that actually it was better to pull blue assembly orbs because you get more chances on the orb fragments on the right hand side. So if you are looking strictly for orb fragments, gold orb fragments, mega orb fragments, and premium orb fragments, you're going to get more of them from the blue assembly orb. Now, if you are desperate for orange and purple gear, you know, you could pull these other ones. It's not too bad, but I think it's a bit misleading on the uniques here because the chances of you getting superior uniques, I think, are fairly low. It's not amazing. It's only a 28% chance in the center, and then it's a 1 in every 4. So it's not all that good there. It depends. It depends on how desperate you are for uniques. I don't think it's terrible to open orange orbs, but I think that if you want more gold orbs and things like that, more chances for orbs, you'll get more out of the blue assembly orbs. So my apologies for, I think I did recommend orange in the beginning without actually checking that, so that's my fault. I don't get everything perfect. So I apologize if anyone did open too many orange orbs. I did. I think I opened like 20,000 credits worth of orange orbs before I realized that it was actually better to do the blue. I'm actually thinking of pulling a few orbs here. Oh, not 10 at a time. I am going to test my seed luck on milestone orbs to see if I can get a gold drop and pull those gold orbs and see if I can get any millions. They say that you need to pull like 10... Oh, I've got a lot of gold orb fragments. They say that you need to pull... Oh! Oh, there's a gold pull. So, in fashion seed theory, apparently, that means I'm in a good seed, and therefore I should be pulling my gold orbs or my red stars and things like that. And you want just to test it? Let's pull a couple of red star orbs. I have a lot anyways. A gold orb? You want... Okay. Well, I could go to the red stars, but let's go to the gold orbs. I could use the millions. I'll do a couple of red stars after just for kicks, because I have quite a few. If I get a million out of any of these, then... Oh, I got a pink. 350, that's pretty good. Actually, that's not a million, but that's still a fairly low chance, I think. 3%? Any more? Any millions? No. Nope. Last one? Nope. I don't know if I'm a believer or not. I'll pull like 5. I don't want to pull too many of these because of Scream, but I'm willing to pull a couple. Most things are going to be a dupe for me at this point. Can we get a 7? You know, the funny thing is, I think I got my 7 red star squirrel girl out of a regular orb. Doesn't seem very good. Blue, though. 3 blues. Let's go to 75. No, it doesn't look very good. Okay, looks like seed theory failed. That's 7 orbs that I probably shouldn't have opened. But... Any other orbs? Not really. Oh, beta raid orbs. I don't really need these, but hey, you know, actually, I'm really glad that they revamped these orbs to add ABCs on the right, so that's super important, or on the left and right. I'm glad that they changed the drops here. So this is quite a good way to get more advanced basic catalysts out of these raid orbs, which is really nice that they updated them. Unfortunately, the characters are still kind of trashy, although they are really nice for newer players, of course, but there really isn't much for someone like me. And I think that's probably just about everything. We do have some orange... No, we'll save those, actually. Yeah, so when people were talking about training mats earlier, you know, I have a lot of arena credits. So I have 90,000 arena credits. And so if I'm ever short on training materials, I normally would just purchase the Kingpin's Vault Orb. Now, it's usually pretty terrible, but they do include... And I'll just open a couple just to show you that they do normally include... Oh, that was a bad pull. They normally include these training mats, the training modules, the orange ones. So... You know, for that reason, it's not terrible, but I know most people aren't in the position that I'm at and have like 90,000 arena credits. Now, the funny part about this is that whenever a new character goes into the arena store, I immediately can get them to 7-star because I have so many credits, because I've been consistently in, you know, the bottom 20, bottom 10 since Ebony Maw came out, really, so for like 4 months. I wouldn't recommend pulling these orbs, though, normally. They're kind of interesting, just to see what's in it, but... and it's free stuff, I suppose, for me. Some purple gear. Some ABCs. Some training modules. But, yeah, they're... Overall, you know, this is like... Because I have nothing better to do with them. So, I spent 7,000 arena credits, and that got me... 56 training modules. That's like I think like 560k worth of gold there. 30 ABCs, some Kingpin shards, and a bunch of purple gear. So it is what it is. Very few people are in the position I'm in. Yeah. I don't think it's worth me making a video on like Kingpin's Vault, because there's very few people who are actually going to end up spending and buying them, but maybe they'll revamp them in the future or something and add a little bit more to them, or add gold, you know, like I think that could be, you know, if they added maybe, let's say 50 to 60k gold, I think even that could make it a little bit more reasonable, although it would mean that like I would pull them all. But yeah, I've just been hoarding arena credits. I'm gonna get to the point where I don't know, maybe I will just pull a million Kingpin Vault Orbs, but... Anyways, I think... Oh, boy. I forgot to take my campaign energy. That almost expired, actually. Oh, wait, we still have 3 hours, so it would have expired in 45 minutes, but I completely forgot about it. Let's spend it on... Elsa's almost 7-star now. I'm 1 shard away. Will I get it today? We did. We got 4 shards for Elsa, and that puts us up at 7-star. Let's do we want to upgrade it? Let's upgrade. Let's upgrade her. I haven't used my my supernatural team yet in war, so let's upgrade her to 7-star. Woof. Okay, she is the blaster, so that'll help in her damage a little bit. And she's Mystic. I'm considering taking her up a little bit higher, but that's only because I have a fair bit of extra gear. Getting ready for DD2, not sure who to G13, Minerva, Shuri, or Scientist Supreme. Do you have Symbiote Spider-Man? And do you have any of the symbiotes? That would be my question. I would say at the very least Minerva and Shuri. And if you do have the symbiotes, I would probably pass on Scientist Supreme, maybe. Because they're all tech. So I would say Minerva first and then Shuri second. I think the time that you don't struggle for T3s is a little bit dependent on your alliance and how much you're rating upper Ultimus 6 or Ultimus 7. I think once you start getting into Ultimus 7 range, then it stops becoming an issue eventually, because you're getting a lot more T4s daily, or T3s daily, sorry. If you have Symbiote, Spider-Man, and Carnage at 13, I would I would say that. I would say Minerva and then Shuri. And you don't have to take Science of Supreme if you don't want to. If you have Hela, I would consider that as a 5th character. Minerva, Shuri, Hela, Science of Supreme, and Carnage will get you through. You'll basically one-shot Dark Dimension 2. I'm pretty sure someone in my Discord channel ran the exact same combination and basically got it through in one day. Yeah, so if you run Ultimus 7, I mean, you're getting quite a bit of rewards in terms of T3 mats. I mean, this is just difficulty 1. I think you get 120, but look at this. So you're getting, like, anywhere from 120 to 150, you know, T3s, and I have, like, 23,000, but, yeah, I think once you're running Ultimus 7, I think T3s will be a lot more rapid. I don't know how many you get out of Ultimus 6. It's been a little while since I've done it as a reward, but here you're getting a lot of them. And doing this every single day, you know, you should be able to get more than enough. Obviously, it depends on where you're at in your TCP. Oh, okay, well then you can just use Emma Frost then. Use Emma and then Minerva and Shuri, and you should be fine too. I mean, that shouldn't make a huge difference. This is going to vary, the T3 stuff though. But over time, it'll balance out. And I don't know if we have, unless there's something people want to see, particularly, I don't know if I have anything left to do anymore. Let's check out how Alliance War is going. Apparently we're even right now. Do I need to boost anyone? We're almost at 3 hours. I can't believe actually the live stream has been going on almost that long. I think we were at 2.5 last time. Okay, so people did go on the left. And then, oh, this is weird. Wakandan's Nick Fury. Someone just boosted this? Okay. Oh, I have an extra energy, actually. I think I could beat these with the Supernatural. Punching up, maybe? 300k? I could flip. Doctor Strange can flip a lot of this stuff. I just have to survive long enough. I think I could do it. There's no Killmonger. There's a Nick Fury, but I think there's enough AoE damage and stuff from the Supernaturals that it shouldn't be too much of an issue here. I think we're going to try it. My fresh 7-star Elsa. 6 red crystal. Wow, congratulations on that. That's really nice. 4 red yo-yo. Yeah, I mean, you could, if you have Black Bolt and you still haven't done Dark Dimension 2, then yeah, you could definitely run those characters. Minerva and Hela. I would still consider using, oh my god, my Mordo's getting wrecked. I would still consider using Shuri somewhere in there, I think. And that's just my opinion, though. Yeah, we need to work on Black Panther, I think, and we need to flip this stuff. Now, the question is, do we blind or heal block? I think we need to blind, but we need to blind Black Panther just in case. Oh, we got a stun. Even better, actually. Even better. We get to extend all of this and hope I survive everything. Now we heal block. Okay, we should be fine, I think. I do want to focus on Shuri because Black Panther's got 2 turns of stuns, so I think we're fine there. I don't know if they got a lot. I think he might bleed out. Fury. He's definitely gonna bleed out now. Offense down. I think we're fine. Redistribute. Yeah, there we go. Oh no, we're stuck on M'Baku, the worst tank in the game. Typically. Wow, okay, I'm not even landing any of my debuffs. What's going on here? Embarrassingly stuck behind M'Baku. Probably auto at this point, though. I actually quite like Supernatural. They're an interesting team. They're fairly well-rounded. You just need to kind of survive, especially like the first turn, and they're very good against teams that can't do much against negative status effects. I think I can auto this now. I probably should have just killed Shuri, but... Okoye is such a terrible character. Like, Okoye was good before they released Okoye. There was like an AI version of Okoye before she was actually out in her computer version. She had much better kits, actually, and she was assisting every single time with Black Panther, regardless of the charges and things like that, but... New Okoye and Okoye and M'Baku are definitely the worst of the bunch for Wakandans. Alright, so we just need one more team there. I'll let someone else hopefully clear that. Where are they going, though? They're going to... Oh, they're going down the reactor. Now, I've made my alliance defense quite well known, so hopefully nobody tattles on me. If anyone plays against me in the gold 3 range in my time zone, that they don't cheat too much, because they see my my layout. I normally do change these every 2 months or so. Looks like they lost here. Marauders team. Wait, what was that? That was a huge punch down. A 420k team couldn't beat Marauders with Ultron? Oh, wait. Did I read that wrong? Oh, no, they won. Yeah. That's embarrassing, I think. Usually Ultron does pretty well against Emma Frost Marauders. Maybe I'll boost this one. And then call it a day. Okay. And if we can win this match, we'll actually get gold 4. But my alliance is fairly casual when it comes to alliance war. As you can see, we're already 2 hours in, and it's only 60-59. So usually we do better against other casual alliances and not so much against more hardcore alliances where we normally don't do so well. So we've been kind of up and down, usually winning 1, losing 2, that kind of thing. Very occasionally we're throwing a bone for some easy matches, but... I think that's all for today. I don't think I have anything left to do, really, unless there's something that people want me to go over while I'm here or in my roster or anything like that. Otherwise, I think we've basically done everything that we can do for the day. I'll have to do some more PvP on my own time and some more blitzing on my own time, but I don't want to really subject that to you guys here. So let me know if there's anything. I'll give it a minute here. Otherwise, we'll call it, and we'll reconvene next Saturday. And of course, if anyone wants to get a hold of me via Discord for anything, for some roster reviews or some recommendations or some advice or anything like that, then feel free to get at me there. I'm really easily accessible that way, and always have Discord running, whether it's on my computer or on my phone or something like that. Otherwise, we'll be breaking for Saturday, and I'll probably get something to eat. I haven't really eaten too much, actually. And find out what else I'm going to do for Saturday. Fury. Oh. Please what? Please eat? I need to eat lunch. I'll give people like 30 seconds to say something if they need to, otherwise we'll be breaking. Alright. I think that's the end then. I'm just scrolling around my page, not really doing much. So thanks everyone for joining me this weekend, and hopefully we'll see you again next Saturday. And I guess next Saturday we'll have even more information to talk about, and with potentially Anti-Venom, Agent Venom, whoever they're releasing, and more information on ISO 8s, things like that. I was actually hoping that they were going to release information on ISO 8 this blog post. That way I could have made a video on it, because I'm kind of waiting to hear what they have to talk about on ISO 8 before I make a video on it, because I don't want to release it without knowing the full details of it. So We'll be waiting on that. I do actually have a store guide video somewhere in my channel. I did release that maybe a month or two back, where I did do a recommendation of stores. It hasn't really changed with the exception of X23. I don't think and maybe Cyclops in the Raid store. So I think it should still be valid as a guide. So if you are looking for a store guide, I would look into that video on my channel. I know there's a lot of videos, but you could probably search store or something and it might show up that way. Because I think in the last month and a half, the only additions they've made to the store really is Cyclops and Raid, and I think X23 in the War store, and I think that's it. Yeah, I can show my Sinister 6 really quick, and we'll call it a day there after that. If anyone has any questions about my Sinister 6, this is what I'm running currently. Doc Ock, Swarm, Electro, Rhino, and Mysterio. They're all at tier 12. I'm not willing to put oranges at this point because I don't know anything. If we don't get any details about Dark Dimension 4 before next patch, I will consider upgrading people into the orange level because I do have a lot of superior basic catalysts. But, you know, I want to be as prepared as I possibly can for gear tier 15 and level 80. So that's why I'm reluctant to take anyone a bit further. Green Goblin, actually, I pulled a really good red stars on him, and he is tier 12. Unfortunately, he's not part of my Doc Ock team typically right now, and I did get that 5 red star shocker from the Sinister event as well, so that was really nice. Unfortunately, I'm not really using these two, but maybe they'll... You know, I think with 8 characters, I think it's more than likely that they're going to release more chargeable Sinister 6 characters, because keep in mind, you know, Doc Ock, his thing is improving the damage on chargeable Sinister 6 allies. So if they bring out like 2 more chargeable Sinister 6 allies, that leads into the potential of having 2 Sinister 6 teams again. Now, they could actually do a little bit of a mix, perhaps. You know, maybe they'll add more characters like that, and like, because I think that the non-chargeables is just the original Sinister 6. So maybe if they could have like a secondary leader or something like that, that could bring together another team. Because there's a lot of Sinister 6 characters, so I see them doing more with this team in the future. Also, people are a bit mixed about Doc Ock. I think he's a good character, and I think he's worth investing into, but I think that there is going to be some future for the Sinister 6 down the line. I think they'll, for sure, release more chargeable characters. You know, there's still Sandman, Kraven the Hunter, Hobgoblin. There's more, right? I can't... my Spider-Verse lore is... failing at the moment, but there's quite a few different characters, so I think that they definitely could add more. I mean, Swarm was really out there. I mean, I don't think anyone really knew who Swarm was before they even announced him, so they need Lizard, Scorpion as well. So, you know, there's plenty of characters that they could add, you know, to round out either Doc Ock's version of the chargeable Sinister 6 or just add new characters for the other Sinister 6. So I think there's definitely a future for them down the line. And I'm quite happy with Doc Ock, even though, you know, I didn't get that 5 red star I was looking for. If anyone watched my red star pulls for Doc Ock, they were quite atrocious, to say the least. But at least I got a 4, and when he does come out into the promotion store, I will be picking up that 5 probably as well. I still have quite a few promotion credits that I have saved up, and Chaos Theory is coming around next week as well. So I'll have even more promotion credits then. But yeah, unless anyone wants to see anything particular, I haven't put in any T4s. I'm 6664. I am thinking about doing the passive on Rhino, because that's an extra 10% max health per Sinister 6 ally, which is a lot. That's like an extra 40% additional health for him alone. And then I'm also thinking of Electro Ultimate, because that's for the 2 turns of offense down. I think if I have this would probably put me in a very good position to be able to beat Black Order teams a bit better. Not only are you getting the 50% extra piercing damage, but that 2-turn offense down I think will make a huge difference. And then the same thing for Swarm, so the ultimate as well, the 2 bleed for 2 turns. I think if I have these, this would put me in a really good position to use them against Black Order teams and be able to punch up a little bit more. Without them, I'm not entirely sure if I can do that though. But we did see today that I can at the very least, you know, punch down like 20k or whatever it was. So that was quite impressive, and I think that positions them quite well in War. Now, outside of War, it's a bit hit and miss, but I am, considering I didn't have to buy any offers to get Doc Ock unlocked, I'm plenty happy with what I managed to do with my Sinister 6. So. And like I said, unless anyone else says anything else they want to see, gonna give people another 30 seconds. Otherwise, I'm gonna go get a drink, eat some food, and figure out what to do with the rest of my Saturday. We're at 3 hours and 9 minutes. I think this is a good time to call it. So thanks everyone again for coming out to the stream. Again, if you want to get at me, feel free to get at me in Discord. If you need anything, need some advice, roster reviewing advice, anything else like that, then feel free to get at me in Discord. If you aren't on my Discord, it is in the descriptions of all of my videos, also on the front of my channel as well. You can get my Discord channel information, and my personal Discord information is there as well. And I do stream currently every Saturday, typically at around 11 to 11:30 a.m. Pacific time. It varies a little bit depending on how much I sleep in, but normally I do let people know in my Discord beforehand when it's going to happen. So just keep an eye out there, or just keep an eye on to YouTube, I guess, between 11 and 11:30. Around that time. So this was my third stream. Hopefully this will be a regular thing every Saturday. I'm just going to be doing some technical fixes probably for next weekend, and maybe the layout of my screen and stuff might look a little bit fancier and things like that if I can get it to work properly. But we'll have to see. So I'm going to leave all that there. Leave all of that there. And I'm going to go find something to eat. So enjoy the rest of your... Oh my God, I can't even speak because I haven't eaten anything. So enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see y'all in my next video or live stream.